What is good, everybody? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to RFS Saints. My name is Zach, and of course, I'm joined by my co-host today, Dolph Jackson from the Keeping It Real Who Dat Sports Podcast and Come On In Sports Network. What's good, Dolph?
What's going on, Zach? What's going on, RFS Saints family? How you doing?
Hey, man, feeling good, brother. Feeling good. We're, 4 days away? 4 days away? Am I counting correctly?
4 days. Day Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. About five.
About five. We'll go five.
About five.
Yes, sir, man. Season's about to be underway, and as everybody loves to do, they love to give their season prediction, win, loss, what they got, and that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna go over every game. We'll go, light details with everything. We'll be looking at the comments, see what y'all's thoughts are as well. But before we get into it, let's go ahead and welcome everybody in. I see my boy Brisky in the building. That better be 0-17. Brisky, I hope Jared got. Never mind. I was gonna say something totally messed up. That was gonna be some bad karma coming my way. What up, Brisky? How you doing? What's good, Cheesehead? Don't laugh at him, Cheesehead. Which Micah Parsons with his injured back, dude. The dude's about to be missing a vertebrae. Never forget when you said Lions ceiling 5-12 when they went 12-5. I didn't do the Lions one. Don't put that on me. What up, Christian? What's good, brother? My guy Christian said I'm between 7-10 to 10-7. I like it. Right. What up, Pammy? Pammy said, hey, Zach and Dolph. Who that family? Who that to you?
Pammy, whammy. What's going on, baby? Come on in.
See, she said 10-7 is wild, low key. Well, you know what? It is pretty wild. I mean, I think overall as the team, we've got some bumps in the road. And as we just evaluate the New Orleans Saints team as a whole, before we get into indulging into each week's matchup, we got a New Orleans Saints team who last year in defensive ranking was, let's see, I had it up for just a second and I already lost it. New Orleans were ranked 30th in defense last year, and then offensively were ranked 21. So, the thing is, we still, we're not going to get worse than that. I don't think that this team has gotten worse from last year. Every national media thing has our team going, 0-17, only winning one or two games. Some have us winning 3, and other people think that it's a modest 3. I don't see that. This year's matchups aren't that tough. This is an easier schedule, and I think that can benefit us from stretching out a couple of extra wins. As a whole, we're really trying to figure out what this offense is going to look like. This offense, obviously, working under a new regime through Kellen Moore, is going to be a lot different than what we had last year from Dennis Allen and Clint Kubiak. We have, pretty much a new coaching room. We finally got a named starter, a guy that they've been prepping for this starting position throughout training camp, throughout OTAs, throughout, mini camps and all those different things. And that is Spencer Rattler. We got a healthy-ish offensive line right now. I think it should be fully healthy come week 2, week 3 at the latest. And then we got a brand new, whole new wide receiver room. I mean, we got our 2 electric guys that we know what they can do in Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed, who I think Shaheed has a big pop-off year this year. But we also add in the likes of Trey Palmer, and we add in the likes of Devon Vele, possibly a Mason Tipton. We add in Brandon Cooks. So we have some new elements to this team that I think can take us over the hump in some of those close matches. What's your thoughts, Dolph? I see Dolph mute. He might have stepped away, help out with his boy real quick. But we also, take a look at the defense. The defense has gotten significantly younger. As a team, we have gotten significantly younger. So Dolph, just overall from last year to this year, what are your expectations as far as, growth or improvement or, digressing?
I hope for our sake and every member of Who Dat Nation, and for those guys on airline, I hope they're not as bad as they were last year. And
right,
really, I don't think that they will be as bad as they were last year. In fact, I believe the Saints are going to shock a lot of people around the country and a lot of people in Who Dat Nation. I'm not saying I'm not going to go ridiculous and say we're going to go 15-2 or something outrageous like that, but I believe the Saints are going to be competitive. They're going to be a team that opponents have to take serious, will take serious, and understand when they line up across from the New Orleans Saints that they are in for a battle for 60 minutes and beyond. I like what Coach Kellen Moore has come in and what he has done. He has come in, he has changed the culture, he has set a new foundation. He is clearly the leader. This is clearly his team. He is making the decisions, and of course, whatever he's asking for is being delivered to him. Now, yesterday we all were surprised that the Saints released longtime special team ace JT Gray. But was it really a surprise? Think about it. JT Gray, great on special teams. But if JT Gray had to go in the game, JT Gray was a liability. Think about the youth movement that this team has had at linebacker, in the secondary at the safety position. Terrell Burgess, a young man that had a good offseason for the Saints that they were able to bring back to the practice squad. He's a potential guy that could be called up on game day. We know that to take JT Gray's place on the 53-man roster, the Saints re-signed Jake Hayner today. So we can look for him probably to be most likely the emergency quarterback. But all I want to see from this team, and I believe we will, family, is a team that competes, that has an opportunity in each and every single game. I don't think we'll see many games like that Green Bay game last year. And I believe that the depth on this team is a little better than it was last year, but it always comes down to the health of that offensive line.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm kind of right there with you, man. We go back and we look at, their record last year was what? Was it 5-12?
5-12.
Yeah, 5-12 last year. And to be honest, outside of those two games that we won early in the season, I don't think we were a 5-12 team. Like, I think we were worse than a 5-12 team. The games that we won were like really scrappy, ugly wins for the most part outside of the main two. And then, obviously beating the Falcons, but that's a given every given year. We know we're going to get them once. But the games that we lost were just ugly. Like, it was some of those where you were ready to turn the TV off at halftime because you just knew there was nothing going. Like, I don't know if this year will be I don't think this year's going to be a shocker. Like, I'm, trying to stay as realistic as I can with when I do my judgment of teams. Of course, whenever I was looking through earlier, I was sitting here like, man, I think there's really like a potential like nine games that we can win this season. And we'll go all through those in just a moment. Now, I don't think we'll win all 9, but I think we're going to have a more competitive outing overall. And I think games will be toughly fought for the most part through 60 minutes. And that's what we're hoping to get. And that's what we're hoping to see this season. That should be the expectations. But we'll go ahead and jump into it. Let me go ahead and welcome in. I saw a couple last minute people jump in. Let's see. Chia said, I think y'all got worse. I think you're wrong, Chia said. Christian said, defense is better than last year's. Offense is a question mark for me. That's fair enough. Briss said, 1 day, 21 hours, 58 minutes, NFL starts. Yes, sir. Thursday.
Yes, sir.
We're going to have a big stream with as many people as you can from the Come On In Sports Network live on the channel. So y'all be ready. My guy, Uncle Jerry in the building. RFS Saints, Who Dat Nation, Dolph. What's good, Uncle Jerry? How we doing, brother?
Jerry.
That's it.
Who else? Hello, Sydney.
And Nick Cox in the building. And like Nate said, guys, 2 more subs to 100. Probably hit this stream. I hope so. If y'all aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button.
Slim.
Who Dat Record said Jake Hayner gang in the house. Jake is back on the team. We're Super Bowl bound now, huh? Who Dat Records? Slim Sam said, "What's up? What's up, Slim? How we doing, brother? What up, Tedra? Who Dat, brother?
Tedra, how you doing? Who Dat, my brother?
All right, let's get into it, man. Oh, go ahead. You got 1 second?
Yeah. Just for Cheesehead and how do you know the Saints got worse? I mean, what makes you think the Saints got worse? Because you listen to ESPN, you listen to all the talking heads who don't follow this team, who don't have deep intel on this team. I'm telling you, the Saints got more talent, a lot more talent than people think, and they go surprise a lot of people this year. I don't know how
Yeah.
many wins they go turn into, but they go surprise this year. They're not going to be as bad as people think they are.
Yeah, I agree, man. Just I'm at work, but listen, we'll have a good day at work, man. We'll hope they entertain you. Let's see, playoff bound. There you go. Do y'all think the injury bug will hit like last year, or what will change, or that will change? Hey, no way to tell.
We already Shit.
It's already started a little bit. But
Will Campbell's gone. So the Vera's gone. We're dealing with an injury now with Henning. With Penning. Fuaga's dealing with a knee issue. So it is already starting, man. So let's hope that the backups, the depth this year is better. I think it is significantly better than what we had last year on the O-line. So again, just looking forward to the season, man, and it all starts Sunday.
There's it. What up, Dante, my guy from East Coast? Make sure you go check out ECG, man. Some of the best content on YouTube. He's back to his all 22 highlights for college ball, man. They got some really good ones out there. I've been watching them throughout the day while I've been doing some work. So appreciate that, Dante. Go check them out. And actually, I was just kind of joking. I don't really think they got better overs. Okay, I figured you were just trolling, she said. But let's get into it. Week 1, we got Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints, and we will have an in-depth stream coming on this later on, probably tomorrow. I think we have possibly 2 streams going on tomorrow. It's going to be a busy day tomorrow as we're getting in preparation for this Arizona Cardinals game, but it is a home game for the New Orleans Saints. And what's your initial thoughts going into that week 1?
Excitement. A new era of Saints football begins. Now we find out if Kellen Moore is he that guy, and it won't be determined by week 1, but we would get a glimpse of what this man has been putting together since he decided to accept the job as being the next head coach of the New Orleans Saints. After the last 4 years, there's nowhere to go but up for the New Orleans Saints. I mean, though the Saints are in the rebuild, they are still capable of winning games and upsetting a couple juggernauts. I say that because of the veterans who are on this team who are not looking to lose anymore, who are looking to win. So DeMario Davis, Cam Jordan, those guys are looking to win. Elvin ready to get back to win. You know, Elvin hates to lose. So. And with the youth movement on this team, the talented youth movement, you get your 2 healthy receivers back in Olave and Shaheed. You have upgraded the receiver room now. You trade for Devon Valet. You bring in Trey Palmer for special teams, and probably your 4th, 5th round receiver, Mason Tipton, showed promise all season, training camp, preseason. Let's hope this year he's able to transfer that to the regular season. Just excited, Zach, because for the first time since 2006, 2005, 2006, we're going to see a new brand of football that is not associated in any way with Sean Payton. So I'm just excited. I'm rooting for this team. Everyone's already throwing dust on them. Everyone's already saying that they're losers, that they're going to have the first pick in the draft, so they're flying under the radar. No one expects anything from them. So let's get out there and let's play football. And NFL, any given Sunday, man, that wasn't just a movie. It's a fact. Any given Sunday, man, the Saints are talented enough to beat each and every single team on this schedule.
Yeah. So when we talk about the Cardinals, Cardinals last year were ranked 11th on offense, just outside the top 10, and they were 21st on defense. Now, they made it a major priority to open up week 1 by bringing in a bunch of defensive players. Their first 5 picks in this draft were all defensive players. They bring in defensive tackle Walter Nolan, cornerback Will Johnson. You got the new edge rusher Jordan Burch, Cody Simon from Ohio State at linebacker, and then also Denzel Burke over in the 5th round, which they went and traded to be able to get. So they knew defense was a problem, and there have been articles that I've been reading throughout the day about how they've been talking mad mess about how they're going to put the pressure on Spencer Rattler, and they want to see him hit the turf a whole lot this game. But personally, it's because it is so youthful. I think there are ways that the Saints can come out on top. I don't think the Cardinals are by any means a pushover, but week 1 in New Orleans in the Dome, I actually have pretty high expectations for the Saints here. This is a show it, a prove it moment for Spencer Rattler, where I feel like he's going to come out and be really special in this game. I think the biggest concern is defensively and how we're able to contain Kyler Murray. We brought in some different guys that are supposed to help with that. Some youth at linebacker, also Sanker at safety, who I think can help participate in keeping Kyler Murray from prancing all over the place. And I personally think the Saints can get a win in week 1. What's your thoughts, Dolph?
Yeah, it's week 1. You're at home. First start for Spencer Rattler as the starting quarterback of the New Orleans Saints, not filling in for someone who has been injured. He's had an entire offseason. He had to battle. He had to earn the right to be the starting quarterback for the New Orleans Saints. And this is his opportunity. What we'll need to see from Spencer is more consistency this year. He had flashes last year. He'll have a half where he'll have us sitting back like, wow, this may be that guy, and then he'll disappear in the second half. So he's going to have to become a more consistent and more decisive quarterback when making his reads and going through his progressions. I want to see that what the addition of Devon Gacho has done for this team when it's ones against ones, best on best. We know the Saints for the last several years have been one of the most horrible teams, worst teams in the National Football League when it comes to stopping the run, after going several years prior to that as being one of the stingiest, if not stingiest team against the run. So really want to see what the new additions up front, the new coaching that they're getting from Coach Bo Davis on that D-line. Let's see how that has gone this season. Let's see if the changes that they have made start to pay dividends. And listen, we're going up against one of the best running backs in the National Football League, in my opinion, one of the most underrated backs. James Conner is a load. So if the Saints, like any team, you just want to make a team one-dimensional. But I think the Saints do have a chance in this game. It's going to come down to the Saints defense. Early in the season, I believe that defense is going to have to carry this offense until your young quarterback settles in. So that's my thoughts right now, Zach.
Well, I'm going to give them the win week 1. Are you cool with that? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I got it. I got Saints 20, Cardinals 17.
I like it. Now that'll take us into week 2, where we face off against the Niners. This one's at home, but this is, I think, a less favorable matchup for New Orleans Saints. Although San Francisco has lost a lot of their defensive pieces, and there seems to be a bit of chaos going on in the offensive side of the ball. But they also got to exploit a couple of young players, or got to witness a couple of these young players from last year get chances in high role situations, such as Ricky Pearsall coming out and getting wide receiver 1 reps while Jennings and Ayuk was out. You also are getting a healthy Kittle. It looks like Jennings is going to be back week 1, so he should still be there week 2. So everything's kind of come to place to where they're going to get their full lineup. They're worried about their how their defense is going to look is probably the bigger question mark, since they've lost a lot of their key role guys. But I think this is a match that's going to be too tough for the Saints to handle, and that's why I have the Niners taking the first win against the Saints, or Saints' first loss will be against the Niners.
Deja vu, family. Deja vu. The Saints start the season 2-0.
Wow, okay.
I don't believe that the Niners are the same Niners. I believe that they are vulnerable. I don't think they're as physical of a team as they were. They have lost some players. That offensive line, on the defensive side of the ball, I believe if you can control their pass rush, I believe their secondary can be got. So with that being said, Saints on a walk-off field goal by Blake Grupe defeat the San Francisco 49ers 16-13.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and draw it up as a tie, just since me and Duff are split, and then we'll go back and look at them after. But that'll bring us into week 3, our first away game. I mean, this opening 4 games is such a tough matchup for the New Orleans Saints. You're talking about, you got Cardinals, you got Niners, you got Seattle, all in the same division, and then you go out up north into Buffalo. But we'll get the 12 on week 3. New quarterback Sam Darnold. They kind of changed up the wide receiver room a bit now with Jackson Smith-Njigba leading the pack. You got Cooper Kupp back there. You got the rookie Torrey Horton, who's been looking pretty well. And then you got a plethora of running backs and a great offensive line in the Seattle team, the Seattle Seahawks team. What's your thoughts on this game, and how do you see it panning out?
I believe, listen, it's hard for the Saints to go to Seattle, for anybody to go up there and play. You got the Seahawks, you got the 12th man. Seahawks are a good football team. They brought Sam Darnold in. They're totally revamped their receiving coach. Jackson, Enigma Smith, and Cooper Kupp are your main guys. They have a 2-head monster at running the ball, opportunistic defense. So I believe the Saints fight hard, but they come up short. I got Seattle winning this one 24-13.
Yeah, that's about right where I had them too. I think it's just going to be a little too much. I think that offensive line is really what's going to cause issues. I think Seattle's going to do a really good job at just consistently running the ball, wearing out the defense, making it more tiresome for them. And you will see as the game goes on, they're going to struggle a bit more. And unless Spencer Rattler just has one of those incredible days, the pressure is going to build up, and it may be a little bit too much, especially that loud crowd out there in the 12th. So that'll bring us to week 4. We go up against the Buffalo Bills. And, I also just feel like this is one that's, simply put, should not be a game that the Saints would win. I would love to say that we could. But this Bills team right now, I mean, they're a team that could be, again, favored to go to the Super Bowl, as they have been the last, 6 years, however long it's been now, 4 years, 5 years. And I think it's just going to be a bit too much, a little too physical. And again, another tough away game out in Buffalo.
Right. But not so fast.
Oh, here we go.
I know you're listening, Lars. I know you're listening, Jeremy. Oh, yeah. This is the one. Remember, the Saints have to be 2 juggernauts this year. They have to win 2 games they have no business winning. And this is the one. This is the one. Everybody circling the wagon for Buffalo. It's a preseason game. It's a scrimmage. You can put your third teamers in. No. The Saints go to Orchard Park. They go to Buffalo, baby. And the Saints running straight up that Buffalo ass, baby. That's right. The Saints beat Buffalo in Buffalo with the MVP playing like the MVP. Spencer Rattler. Yeah, I said it. Spencer Rattler has a career game. Saints upset the Buffalo Bills and just shocked the entire NFL nation down to their core, baby. Saints go to Orchard Park. The offense finally explodes. Saints 30. Buffalo 23, baby. 30-23. Saints get the win. Upset, baby. Upset special.
Man, no, I'll tell you what, man. I love your enthusiasm. You be trying to convince me to change my mind, but I'm gonna keep my predictions a little more realistic. I think, upsets happen, and they happen every single year. You lose to teams you're not supposed to lose to, and you win against teams you're not supposed to win against. Dom over here had to mute himself because his ass is laughing so damn much after spewing out that bullshit that just came out his mouth. You better wipe your mouth.
No, it ain't bullshit.
You believe it. Come on. All right. Look, hey.
Last year has nothing to do with this year. Nothing.
Yeah, we ain't worried about no last year. Come on, Briss. You always the one that tells me to stop talking about the past now. Now the past only matters whenever they play bad. Okay.
Who is Brisket team?
That's Nate Breeze. He's a Lions fan. He's a Lions fan.
How many NFC championship games have the Lions been to in the last 20 years? Not more than the Saints.
I don't think they've been to. Have they been to one? I don't think they've been to one.
Titles that have the Lions won the last 20 years? Not more than the Saints. How many Super Bowl? How many Lombardis do the Lions have? I'll wait. None. Who was the favorite last year and choked in the playoffs? The Lions. So, come on, man.
Hey, all right. Go at him, man. Yeah, all right. Well, look, we'll go on. We'll keep that one at a drop, bro. If the Saints start off 3-1 to start this season, that might be some of the wildest shit ever.
How many times?
Just to shut everybody up. All of a sudden, they're going to become, yeah, guys, I told y'all Spencer Rattler really was that dude, man. That's what everybody's going to start saying. Oh, yeah, this team is rejuvenated. Cam Jordan's not that old, neither is DeMario Davis. All the talking heads are going to be going crazy. But that'll bring us into week 5 where they go up against the New York Giants. And, the Giants are a team that I think is really getting slept on this year, Dolph.
I do too.
They have a really good pass rush. They got Malik Neighbors, obviously, is a great wide receiver one. Their running back room is a little bit up in the air with Tyrone Tracy and Cam Scatterbo. But Russell Wilson, he might be older, and he definitely is a version of himself than what he was back when he was in Seattle. But that still doesn't mean he can't sling that rock. And he's definitely I wouldn't even say probably. He's definitely the best quarterback that they've had in New York since Eli Manning. So, what does that tell you? I think this is going to be a tougher game at home than what we'd like to believe. And we also tend to struggle against the Giants for whatever reason we play them at home. I think we've lost to them the last 3 times we played them in the Superdome.
Well, make it the last 4 times because that pass rush with Thibodeau, Burns, and Carter, I don't know how the Saints going to handle that, man. To me, they will have to slow down that pass rush. You got to run the ball. Pass rushes normally don't like to be ran at. When you have a good pass rusher, normally you can run at them to slow them down. So the running game is going to be big for the Saints all season, but I think especially in this game. But I think the veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson, and like you said, people are sleeping on the Giants. The Giants do have some talent, and it will be a homecoming for one Paulson Adebo and one Rigo Pate. So, and
I forgot Rigo over there too.
James Winston. So this is going to be a big game for them. So I'm going with the Giants in this one. I got the Giants winning this one, man. Since the Saints are already on the high, they come back home. They too high. Giants come and get them. Giants 27, Saints 13.
Yeah, this was one of the games that I felt like the Saints should win, or that on paper everybody is going to have them winning, and it's the one that I think we're going to lose. Now I was thinking opposite because I thought we'd lose 2 in a row, and then we come back and hope and would be desperate for this win at home, because we don't win this game at home, then we're going to have a situation to where the bench rattler chants are going to come out. Yo, finally at 100. Oh, come on, man. Let's go. Hell yeah. Thank you. Whoever was the 100 subscriber, man. Much love. But yeah, dude, Dolph, since you're saying Giants, I'm going to click Giants too. I like how we've actually been pretty opposite on all these picks so far. I thought we were going to be kind of the same, but we've been pretty much polar opposites. So this will take us into week 6. Back at home again. I'm giving the Saints this one against the Patriots. The Patriots just don't move me. I understand the Drake May hype and how he kind of came together and he looked slightly above mediocre at the end of the year. But I'm not positive on how that's going to transfer into this season. The defense was one of their stronger things, or at least it was the beginning of the season. That's gotten a bit weaker. I still think they have some of the worst weapons worst wide receivers in the NFL right now. They do bring in Stephon Diggs, who's should be healthy come this point in the game. But outside of that, it's a bunch of young guys and some guys that probably aren't even on rosters on other teams. You got like the young guy Kyle Williams, who a lot of people are hyped for, but then you got Demario Douglas, and there's two other guys I'm forgetting. But they got the young running back, and TreVeyon Henderson. He's the only one that I fear, but I have no fear when it comes to Ramondre Stevenson. I think his time has come and gone, and he doesn't move me, and that's why I have the Saints winning this game in Week 6.
Everyone was saying how great of a season Drake May had last year. 15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Not numbers to blow you away. That's why you had to watch the games, because if you just go by numbers, he's a good young quarterback. I think the Saints at home can get this game and must get this game. And the reason they must get this game is the Saints must get back what they lost several years ago, and that's the dome field advantage. Teams used to fear coming and play the Saints in the dome, knowing the atmosphere, not only the good team across the field from them that they'll be going against, but knowing who that nation would be in that Superdome, how it was just an uncomfortable place to play in one of the best and better atmospheres in the National Football League. Saints bounce back in a real close one here. Saints gonna have to stop that ground game, and I think special teams is gonna play a big part in this game. I'm gonna go with the Saints in this one. I'm not even gonna give a score on this one. I'm gonna go with the Saints in this one.
That's fair. And, it's funny you talk about like the dome atmosphere and how it used to be. And, it's a very valid point, man. I mean, we cheer for our team regardless, but we definitely can get quiet as a church mouse every now and then whenever we feel like the team's not playing up to the standard that we believe they can. You can tell the intensity is taken out of the air. We'll still clap and cheer whenever good plays happen. We'll still clap and cheer while the other team is on offense, but it's not as consistently loud as it used to be. I had to take a couple years off where I didn't get to go to any Saints games. That was in between the Drew Brees era into the DA era of the Saints. And, I remember going to games and you stood up damn near the whole game. Everybody's standing up and cheering and screaming the whole time, whether the team's in the huddle. The only time they be quiet is whenever we're on offense or there was a timeout. And I went back a couple years later and, I got fussed at by a Saints fan behind me that was telling me to stop standing so much while we made a big play. And I'm like, you're supposed to stand up. What happened to the Saints fans that I know and love? Hopefully we can get back to that again. But that'll take us into Week 7 as we go into Chicago to face off against the Chicago Bears. What's good, my brother Jeff? What's up, man? I don't know what to think about this Bears team at all. Like, they keep talking about, the hope of Caleb Williams being really good. I just don't know if he has it personally. I don't think he has the guts to be able to be a high caliber quarterback in this league. And hopefully he proves me wrong. I don't promote the downfall of any player, but we take a look at their wide receiver room. You got DJ Moore, who I've been saying it. I think he's a solid wide receiver, but he's not a guy that you're like waiting in line to get the jersey for. You got Rome Odunze, who they're all very hyped up for, but what really did he show during his rookie season? I know he was technically third behind Keenan Allen, but it wasn't much. You bring in Luther Burden, who took a little bit of time before he was able to start working at preseason. I think he dealt with a little bit of an injury, but he's playing. He seems to be a bright spot on this team. Their run game, Swift. Who's afraid of that? What is your thoughts? Who do you think takes this game, Dolph?
This one, I went back and forward on this one, man. This is a big game.
He is, Jeff. That's a good point.
This is a big game. Kellen Moore going up against the man he replaced, offensive-minded coach, defensive-minded coach. DA wants this game bad. He wants it bad. But guess who also wants it bad?
And so does Ben Johnson.
Yeah, Ben Johnson wants it bad. But who else wants it bad? Kellen Moore
Yeah.
wants it bad.
Mhm.
I think I really like what the Bears did this offseason, building around their young quarterback, especially in the trenches, giving him weapons to throw to on the outside, adding a running game, building up their defense, going to get Dennis Allen as their defensive coordinator. This is going to be a tough game. It's going to be a physical game. And much as I hate to say it, man, I'm actually gonna go with the Bears in this one. I think the Bears is.
Oh, I'm gonna go opposite with you, man. This is one of the away games that I had us winning, and the reason for it is, especially with DA being the defensive coordinator, that kind of helps the Saints more than it helps the Bears. We got a new regime in New Orleans. Offense is different, defense is different, personnel is very different, right? The Saints know what type of defense that Dennis Allen likes to run with. They've seen it before. They've seen it time and time again. They've seen it not only through the years that he's been head coach, but all the years that he's been the defensive coordinator for the New Orleans Saints as well. And I think this is one of those games that if you're Kellen Moore, if there's any must-win games this season outside of Atlanta Falcons, this is the one. This is the one. You got to get this win against one of the more hated people in New Orleans, in Dennis Allen. And it may be a tough battle, but this was the one that I had Saints taking. That'll bring us into week 8. We'll go and face the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home. Man, Tampa got better from last year. They just did. Yeah, it's a pretty simple one. Doesn't need a lot of discussion. By this time, they'll have Chris Godwin back more than likely. Emeka Ibuka will now have had like anywhere between like 3 to 5 games starting as wide receiver 2. He's going to be nice and warmed up. The only really change that that's going to be interesting is they changed their OCs. Cohen obviously going over to Jacksonville.
Right.
Outside of that, this is the same team that's also improved in a lot of ways. So, yeah, I'd go Tampa on this one too. That takes us into week 9 where we face off against the LA Rams. The Rams are coming off of a bye, and you are very quick to say Rams, and not so fast, my friend. This is the one that I was like, everyone's going to hate this pick or think I'm crazy. You had Seattle and Buffalo as your wins that probably wouldn't happen, but we're going to get those. Those are the ones I like. That preliminary win against Buffalo Bills. The Rams is the win that I think we are going to have this season that's going to set the tone for the second half of this year. You know, we're talking about a Rams team that has some good wide receivers. Devontae Adams, they just added. That's awesome. Puka Nacua, awesome. Kyren Williams, he's one of my favorite running backs. Matthew Stafford's got a back injury, guys. I don't know what y'all are on and everything like that. Matthew Stafford is going to have trouble at some point during this year, and he'll try and fight through it because that's what Matthew Stafford does, and it's going to cost them some damn games. And
they got that defense, right? They got that young defense that, and you just mentioned about the weapons.
I know Jared Verse. I know.
And you forgetting about their tight end. I think Higbee is one of the most underrated tight ends in the league, and they have a running game. So
I don't even know.
And they're going up against McVay, man. You know, I just love Coach McVay, man.
I think he's really good too.
I think he's one of the brightest minds in the National Football League, man. We just never beat the Rams, bro. Prove me wrong, bro.
I have us beating them this year, and like I said, if I were to go down and just pick the games, I think the Saints have the more favorable roster over. This would probably be a lot different of a prediction list. But I truly believe that this is a game that the Saints will go ahead and win out in LA. This will bring us over to – go ahead.
I was going to say, how about both our major upsets come true?
Hey, both those major upsets come through. We're in the playoffs. I mean, that's pretty much what happens. That'll bring us into week 10 where we'll face off against Carolina Panthers. Look, I think it's a split this year with the Panthers. I think if any of our divisional teams that we're going to win both against, it will be the Panthers. I'll take the Saints in this first one, and we'll talk more about the second one whenever that comes across. But The only thing I'm scared of with the Panthers is they now get the dual threat running game. They've been wanting that, but with I'm forgetting his name now, but with their backup being hurt, now they bring in Rico Dottle, so it'll be Chubbard and Rico. Now wide receiver room, the only one to be afraid of is Ted McMillan, and I think he's one to be afraid of. We got young guys in Xavier Legette and Coker. Coker showed some okay things. They get rid of Adam Thielen. I can't even think who their tight end is. I'm just not that concerned with the Panthers, although I think Bryce Young has a much better year, but I don't think that makes him a much better team. What's your thoughts?
Well, the Panthers are a team that finished 4-5 down the stretch last year. Had the opportunity to finish 5. Actually finished 6-3. Everything's pointing in the right direction for this team. Now we get to see this season starting Sunday. Was the maturation of their young quarterback, was it real, or was it a figment of our imagination?
Yeah. I saw someone on a podcast recently. It was actually the I think they're called I don't want, let me get their name right, because I'd hate to be let me see. Give me 1 second and I'll get that for y'all. Their name is Hudad Josen. They actually mentioned, was Bryce Young's uprising of play, was it that he was actually playing really good, or was it that he was playing really bad beforehand? And that his mediocre play made him look good.
I would say a little bit of both.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to say the young man, because, listen, being the number 1 overall pick, man, it was a lot on his shoulders. Sometimes it's not always good to throw a young quarterback out there.
And they learned that too, because they tried taking him out multiple times and then bringing him back in. They should have just kept him out for a year. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But when they did take him out and he was able to sit behind the red rifle, the red BB gun, and once he got the job back, you saw a totally different quarterback. You saw a young man that was confident, who was actually looking like a number 1 pick. He was showing leadership. He was making plays, winning plays. He was just not being a game manager like everyone likes to say about quarterbacks, when every quarterback's a game manager. So I think Bryce Young, we know the talent that the young man has, and I'm just happy that at the end of the season he was able to turn everything around, because things were looking real bleak for this young man. They were talking about trading him, getting him out of Carolina, but he silenced all of that, and now this is squarely his team. You spoke about their running game. I think that before it's all said and done, Trevor Etienne and Jonathan Brooks will be the 2 focal points of their running game.
Wow, you think jumps over Chubb? That's interesting. Okay. Brisky said, I'll go back and read a couple comments real quick as we are just crossing over the halfway mark and going across the bye. Jerry said, congratulate Def. Appreciate, man. I'm so happy he hit 100. Thanks, everybody. That was the big goal before the start of the season. We will be doing every Saints game live on here, except for the games that I go to. And when I go to games, I will bring y'all some inside footage. I'm going to try to record some different things, the game experience, try to meet up with some people while we're out there, do like a whole vlog thing. But appreciate everybody, man. Much love to y'all. I said 5-0 before you played Patriots. That's what you got, Sydney? Come on, man. What up, Who Dat Records? 55-7, Saints versus Bears. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I like that. Y'all say New York Giants are the most slept on, but calling the Pats bad. Patriots will be the most slept on this year. They're making the playoffs, and May shows out.
I didn't call them bad. I just don't listen.
I've seen more hype about the Patriots than anything. I said that I think they're being overvalued. That I don't think they're going to be as good as what the hype around them is. But you might be right. Go ahead.
They got the coach. We know that. We know the pedigree. We know what he did in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Where he took let's be honest, they weren't the most talented team, but he took that team all the way to the AFC Championship game. Yeah. And he do that.
They almost had an undefeated season.
Yeah. I mean, so They do have talent. They have upgraded the talent over there. They do have one of the best young corners in the National Football League. And if y'all don't know it, he's one of my favorite players in the league, in Gonzalez. So I'm telling you right now, I'd take him right now. If he was on the Saints, he'll be the number one corner, hands down. And it wouldn't even be close. And that'll make Kool-Aid number 2, so we'll be good. Then we'll really be good. But nah, man, the Patriots, man, it's gonna be. You say you have them making the playoff, Brisky. It's gonna be in the AFC East. Who did they jump?
Miami.
You got. All right, I'm talking about the. They'll have to win the division.
In the AFC. Yeah. Just in the AFC, clear and out there. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go back. I have to go back and look at all of it.
AFC South champion gets in from winning that South.
Yeah, whoever wins the South, that'll be the only one out the South. You got probably
2 or 3.
You're saying you probably got Chiefs, Broncos, possibly Chargers. You get Bills. You get Ravens and probably Cincinnati. Yeah, it's like, who do they replace? Unless Cincinnati has, another horrid start to their year again. But anyway, yeah. We'll keep it going real quick. It said that game made the Saints find their identity. Yeah, hopefully so. By around week 6. Like, I think after week 4 is going to be the toughest stretch. If Dolphs guess this correctly, oh my goodness, there's going to be chaos in New Orleans, man. We're about to hear some nonsense coming out about us going to the Super Bowl again, like it was last year after the first 2 games. But I think by somewhere between week 6 and week 8, we should know what our identity is. Like, and hopefully it's like around week 8, first divisional game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We should have an idea what our identity looks like. And then, yeah, Brisky, exactly. Not only was he a first overall pick, but they also traded away so much to get him. That's also a very good point. But that takes us out of our bye week and into week 12. And we talk about important games for Kellen Moore. And here we go. This is the most important.
Win.
That's the Atlanta Falcons. Like, this is not even one where there's an opinion. If you don't win this, there's chaos. You have got to win this. And I got us winning it too. And I'm not even going to explain why, because it's the damn Dirty Birds. Yeah, you hear that. You hear that, Cowboy. That'll bring us into week 13. And you had some thoughts about the Miami Dolphins. So the Dolphins will be coming off of their bye. We'll be playing out there in sunny Miami. What's your thoughts on this game, Dolph?
Dolphins win. I got the Dolphins in this one.
Yeah.
I just think that coming off the high of beating the crap out of the Dirty Birds and going to Miami, a team that at this part of the season could be a team that's fighting for their coaching lives and player lives,
Yeah.
Right. To me, when you look at the Dolphins, man, they are a team that is kind of in purgatory. Like,
yeah,
they have an opportunity to be really bad, or they can be a good football team. And I don't know what's happened out there, because, of course, we don't follow them on a daily basis and as close, but it just seems like there's a disconnect between that team and the head coach, man.
And it's really weird. It's really weird too, because it seems like McDaniels is, a pretty cool players coach. He's definitely a little bit of an oddball. He's not your typical football guy that you would think of, but he's clever, man. He comes up with some interesting stuff. It seemed like he had the locker room, and it seems like they also get hit with a bunch of just random stuff that's like kind of out of their control. I mean, by this point in the season, you would, barring Tyreek stays healthy and doesn't just play through an injury like he did last year, they should have sat that guy. His hand was having issues and they were forcing him, and it made their team worse. But Tyreek issue should be fixed by around then. You got Jalen Waddle, but I think if anything, they ran Mostert and Achane last year. I think they're going to figure out that Ollie Gordon is a starting running back caliber, and Achane will still be running back 1, but a Ollie Gordon and combo with Achane is going to be really fun to watch. It's going to be similar to like a Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery type matchup. And that is the type of games that are going to be really, really hard for the Saints to win. And that's why I had the Dolphins, winning this one too. The Dolphins last year they're ranked fourth in defense last year. They're going to have a little bit of a downfall this coming season, I think. But I think I'm with you on that. That'll bring us into week 4. We'll take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like I said, I think Buccaneers sweeps this year. You say split. I'm cool with that. I'll put it in the middle because I think Buccaneers sweep us this year. I just think they're just so sound all over the place, man. That'll bring us into week 15, Saints and Panthers again. Do you have us pulling up the sweep, or do we split it?
Brums.
Okay, I like it. That'll bring us up to the New York Jets. Jets. The Jets are like fully reliant on what their quarterback is. Who is Justin Fields in 2025? We got a sprinkle of what he could be last year with the Steelers. I personally wish he would have started the whole season and really would have had a chance at a rebirth in his career. I mean, I think him starting those games and not playing horribly is what got him another contract as a starting quarterback on a Jets team who hasn't had a great quarterback since I was born, I believe. They have a interesting situation at running back. You got Braylon Allen and Breece Hall. Breece Hall, I think, is amazing. I think he's miles ahead of what Braylon Allen is, but they seem to want to split the carries between them and want them to be 50-50, and they're leaning more on Braylon Allen. I think there's a chance that Breece Hall gets traded midway through the season.
Your trade talks about him already being available.
Right. And I think that's why at home in the Dome, week 16, that this will be the last home game for the Saints, that I think we can actually beat this Jets squad.
Yeah, I got us winning against the Jets.
I think handily as well. I think especially, and whoever it is starting at that point, if this record is true, it'll be Rattler. A big win, like a 30-10 win, or something like that, to close out the homestand in New Orleans, is going to lead to a bright future and some fun times leading up to next year. But go ahead, Dolph. I'll cut you off.
No, I'm with you on that. I think the Saints pull that one out against the Jets. Counting on Justin Fields, put the ball in Justin Fields' hands, make him have to make decisions from the pocket and not beat us with his legs. I like the Saints' chances. I like our secondary going up against their wide receiver core. A homecoming, of course, for the big tight end from LSU, baby. So it'll be a homecoming for him, but it won't be a good one. Saints will win this one. And like you said, it'll be the last regular season game in the Dome, and the Saints will need this game to stay in contention for the number 6 spot in the NFC playoffs.
Yep. Bring us week 17 against the Titans, and I'm just marking Saints just kind of right away. I feel like the Titans have to prove me wrong before I start having any belief in them. I think Cam Ward's I think he's going to be a pretty okay quarterback, but that team is just in shambles, man. I don't think Pollard is a guy that can take running back 1 reps. They want to split carries more with Ty J is also in a contract year right now, so he's hoping to have a big game, but he's already injured again with an ankle sprain. Looking, I think, miss a couple of weeks, and I don't think he'll be ready till week 2, maybe week 3. Their wide receivers are just abysmal, man. Outside of Calvin Ridley, there's nothing exciting about the wide receiver room, and I'm not moved by their defense either. What's your thoughts on week 17?
I got the Titans winning this one.
Okay.
I got the Titans winning this one, thus making week 18, that final game against the Falcons, a must win for both teams. Whoever wins clinches the final spot in the NFC wild card. So virtually it's a playoff game.
I'll tell you what, if that ends up happening, I don't care what the scenario is. I'm picking the Saints. I'll put money on the Saints just because of what the Falcons are known to do. Choke, choke, choke. But well, I mean, what's your thoughts? How do you think that game will turn out?
Man, we got them. I had us getting them early. I thought we'll split with them, and I think they win at home, man.
Yeah, and that's what I would have done too.
I think they win at home, man.
So let's tally it up. We'll go ahead. We'll do my predictions first, and then we'll look at Dolph. So we got week 17. I got Saints. Week 14, I had Tampa. Week 9, I had Saints. Week 7, I had Saints. We both did there. I had Buffalo, and then I had San Fran. So that would put us at a record of 9-8. And that is the record that I had the other day when I was looking at it. And again, I think there are some games that we can obviously lose like this, but there's also games that we will win, man. If we have a 9-8 record, that'd be just unfreaking real, man. If we have a 9-8 record, Dolph, like I will generally be surprised, even though I'm going through this prediction and I'm guessing what these win-loss are. I just see that this team being capable of beating some of these squads. Realistically, I originally had our team winning somewhere between 5 and 7 games at the max, and that is how I feel. But off these matchups, this is what I chose. So now let's go opposite what you had. So you had Saints winning against San Fran, getting the back-to-back, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had Saints winning against the Bills. Mm-hmm. You had Bears winning. Mm-hmm. You had Rams winning.
Yeah.
Where else did I miss? I know I missed another one. You had Titans winning, Saints winning.
I think I had Dolphins winning.
You had Dolphins winning? I think this is it, right? Is there one that I missed?
Hold on, go down. Yeah. Hold on. We beat the Falcons. We lose. We beat the Jets. We lose to the Titans. We split. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it. All right, and then you'd have us going at a record of 8-9. So there we go. That's our thoughts, man. I mean, you know, all in all, just to talk about it for a second before we get on out of here, and I will go ahead and chop this up. If y'all missed the beginning part of it, I will go ahead and edit this video up and have it posted before Sunday's match against the Arizona Cardinals. But any last thoughts, you know, going into this season, and you know why you think the Saints are capable of a record like this? Of 8-9? It's
not really hard to get 9 wins in the National Football League. You can go back through the games the Saints played last year and pick 4 games that they easily could have won. So I just believe that with the schedule they have with the new regime, young quarterback, it's going to take them time to gel as a complete team. I believe they'll be playing their best football at the end of the season. And depending on how everything else goes in the NFC, I believe the Saints will be in contention for the playoffs. Down that final game could very well determine if they make it or not. And of course, if it goes like I said, they'll be 8 times stomping in Atlanta. Cowboy be happy. He'll be coming on here talking this it, you know. You know, hey, we knocked y'all out, you know, but y'all ain't going to Super Bowl, ain't gonna win it, so it really don't matter. So
very true.
Yeah.
And then even worst case scenario, you know, the Saints end up doing what all the talking heads say, end up only getting 3 to 5 wins. What does that mean for you at the end of the season if that ends up being the result? You know, somewhere between 3 and 5 wins.
Let's see what we get in the draft. Let's see the progress, if any, that this team has made. If we're winning 3 to 5 games, that means Spencer Rattler and Tyler Shough are not the answer. Saints will be in the draft looking for a quarterback. that would mean it'll be the final year that there will be no more Demario Davis, no more Cam Jordan. I see them going. I see a more youth stepping up, maybe for Dale Diggs. You start seeing him have a more prominent role on this team. Stutzman takes over for Demario Davis, and the Saints just move on. Again, it's going to be the first year, but the most important thing that realistically, family, I'm looking for from this team is to be competitive week in and week out. I don't want to sit in front of the TV every Sunday and be like, man, we have no hope of winning this game. It felt like that a lot last year. And I don't want to feel like that this year. I believe that the Saints, despite what many think, have upgraded the talent on this team. The Saints have had a youth movement while still holding on to a lot of veterans. So, again, I just want this team to be competitive and have a chance each and every single week in the closing moments to have an opportunity to win or lose the game. And that's all you can ask for, man.
And that's exactly what I was about to ask you as well, Dolph. I think I might start up a new segment on the show. And, as a troll to Mickey Loomis and make it be look beyond the results. I think that might have to be a new segment on the show. Look beyond the results. To the horrible Mickey Loomis. Which, given his credit, I think he's done a decent job this year. We'll see how it all pays out. But that's really what I wanted to ask. Like, looking past the wins and losses and looking past the results, I'm right there with you. I want to see competitive play. I don't want there was way too many games, like probably over 50% of the games last year that I watched, and by halftime it was so hard. Like, if I wasn't a Saints fan, I'd have been checked out. Like, if it wasn't a Saints game, I'm not watching this game no more. I'm going to go figure out something else to do. Or I'm going to go try to find another game to watch. I don't want that to be the scenario this year. I want to see competitive play. I'm hoping that games are going to be close. So, of course, there's going to be blowouts. Of course, we're going to have bad games. We got a lot younger team. We got a lot younger talent. And I'm hoping to be able to see some of that younger talent. That's probably the next thing that I'm really wanting to keen in on this year. I want to see what Quincy Riley is going to be like a cornerback. Cornerback's probably is the second hardest position in the NFL to play. Yeah. It's not easy. Can Quincy Riley fill that role in this team for a long term? Does he have the potential? Can Blackman stay healthy? If Blackman stays healthy, he could be a staple piece on this defense for the New Orleans Saints. Justin Reed going up in age. Who will replace him eventually? Can we be looking at a Jonas Sanker? Can Chase Young finally have a breakout year? I mean, he's had 1 year that was good since drafted, but he was one of the more highly prospected defensive edge rushers that we've seen come into the NFL, and we've yet to see that explosiveness. Can he do that this year? Can Breesy take a step up? And of course, as always, what is the offensive line? Who are our staples? Because right now, I think if McCoy has to go, we got Simpkins, and I feel like I'm okay with that right now. We got lucky with an undrafted free agent. But everybody else, as much as I like you, Fuaga, as much as I like you, Calvin Banks, you're in that bubble. You need to show it. And this year is going to be the time to show it. Fuaga is going to have another 2 years left on his contract. Banks, obviously, another 3. But everybody else, is prove it or lose it. You have anything to add to that, Dolph?
No, man, you stated it wonderfully, man. That offensive line, as I've stated all off season, it's going to be the key, man. Football doesn't change. It's won lost in the trenches.
The game may change between run and pass or which one's more dominant, but guess what you have to have in order to have a good run game or a good pass game?
Offensive line.
Good protection. You got to have it.
You got to have it, man. So I look, if the Saints offensive line could become one of the top units in the National Football League, this team can win 9, maybe even 10 games. Or even, like I said, 11-6.
That would be insanity. Well, look, I know Dolph is late for you, so I don't know if you got to roll out or not. I will go ahead and open up the lines for probably another 30 minutes. If anybody wants to come hop in and give me their thoughts and their predictions through the week, I'll bring in one person at a time and let you give me your losses for the season, and then we'll switch somebody else in if someone's ready. But make sure y'all stay tuned. We're going to have a big live stream tomorrow. We'll have more details on that tomorrow. We don't know if it's going to be on our respective channels or if it's going to be on another channel, but we'll be joining a panel with a bunch of Saints creators, and I think also possibly some Saints reporters and different things like that. That'll be sometime tomorrow. Look for those updates sometime around lunchtime. We also have another preview of the Cardinals matchup a little bit later than that. I'll be tuning in with Hoodie Jube and the Houdat Josen to go check out their channel. But links in the chat if anybody wants to come hop in. And then Duff, if you got to roll out, you're more than welcome to, man. Or if you want to chill, you can chill.
I got a few links. Yeah,
perfect. Links. All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead and bring the OG, Uncle Jerry. What's good, brother?
What's going on, dog?
What's going on? What's going on, Jerry? What's up with you, man?
What's going on, Zach? What's going on, dog?
Man.
Ain't no more, baby.
oh, man. Hope you're doing well, guys. It's
game
week,
you,
baby.
Jerry.
Let's go.
That's right. Come on. How you feeling, man? I'm sure it's been a busy couple days of streams. I know, man. I didn't get to watch it. I know Jono had a stream with Hold the Mayo earlier. I need to go back and rewatch it. I'm assuming it was nothing. It was comedy, man. They're all great guys.
It's always gonna be comedy with Jono.
Oh yeah.
I mean, everybody went live. I said, well, I know NFC South Roundtable went live. I went over there to represent TJ. Shout out to TJ of the State of the Saints podcast. Yes, I know Jono went live and a few others, but I gotta come on here and talk Saints football with you guys. And congratulations, nephew.
Hey, come on, man. Hey, couldn't do it out, baby. Jerry. I appreciate that, man.
Yes, sir. Y'all, congratulations. Hopefully, we'll get you to 200 pretty soon.
Hey, that's right.
We're just taking baby steps, baby. That's all.
Hey, that's it. This is just the beginning, brother. This is the first step. This is just a little heel, man. We just got off the curb. I did see Chris comment earlier. Thank you for putting it back up, Dolph. I meant to post it. Chris said, should Mickey Loomis be general manager if the Saints have another potential bad year?
He will.
He will be. And as we found out today, they brought in a consultant, former general manager of the Atlanta Falcons, and I'll let Dolph go away with because I haven't looked into it any, so I just saw the news. So yeah, go ahead, Dolph. Let me hear it.
Why with it, Dolph?
Why?
Why
as a consultant? See, he brings his boy. They friends. Why? The consultant what, bro? We already got with the Saints general managers here as consultant. How many damn consultants you need? he just giving people damn jobs because they're friends, man. What the hell he gonna consult? He ain't consult shit in Atlanta.
Yeah, you're right.
Go bring him here for. I don't know. That's the shit I don't like, man. Excuse me, man, but I saw that today, and I couldn't believe it. That just further proves the situation that we're in. As far as he's going to be here for a while, there's not going to be a case where he's going to be gone. I know they just set him up. Another consultant.
It's just another person to do their job.
How many money?
Like, come on. I mean, I know it doesn't go towards the cap, but but Gail, you ain't the richest owner in the league. You're at 26 or something like that, spending money on 50 bajillion consultants. I know, thank God that money doesn't go towards cap space or anything like that, because man, I don't know, because we all know Mickey's gonna do what he wants to do anyway.
I mean, the best people in here.
All right, Jared. Let me.
Hold on now.
Jared,
I can't do it well like Big Q doing on the sports coma.
Dude, Big Q and TJ are hilarious.
Impression than me.
Big Q and Jerry are good at it. Jared, do you want to give your your quick prediction for the thing? We have a couple more people backstage, or are you just coming into bullshit?
Nah, not really. I just came to give my prediction. By looking at the schedule, Zach and Dawg, I'm looking at 11-6.
Okay, well, give them to me. Who you got week 1? Saints, Cardinals.
I got, of course, I got Saints.
All right, week 2.
Same with week 2. Same.
All right, week 3. Okay. Oh wow, week 4.
Now, this one right here, it might be a shocker, and I know Dawg we had to bring the energy on this game. But but you gotta think, we're going up to Buffalo. That's going to be one of the hardest games the Saints will play. But but if the Saints do what they do best and play well, they could roll out of Buffalo with a win. They could. Matter of fact, go on, give me the Saints, bro. I'm going with the Saints.
Jerry about to convince himself that we're going to be 17-0. That's what he's about to do, man. That's not. You know. Hey, look. All right. Week 5.
All right.
Giants.
Ooh. Go 5-0.
All right.
5-0.
Patriots.
Matter of fact, give me 6-0.
Jerry might be on it. Jerry might be on every single podcast.
Now, these next ones might be a little tough.
You said give him 7-0.
I say 7-0. We take care. We beat Dennis Allen. I want to beat Dennis Allen up there. Now, heard Zach was saying against Tampa Bay. Now, now this one, they might lose this one at home. So I got the Bucks winning this one. But mean, as much as I love the sweep the Bucks, I just don't see it because Tampa Bay got a squad.
We 7-1 and going to the Super Bowl, Jerry. What you got week 9? Rams Saints.
Ooh.
Rams coming off by.
We always have a tough time going to SoFi Stadium. I mean, we haven't won a game over the look, whether we play the Rams or the Chargers at that stadium. So
it's a tough one.
It's tough. So give me the Rams on this one.
All right.
Give me the Rams.
Carolina.
Give me the Saints on that one. Going into a bye week.
Bye week.
82.
Falcons.
Now this right here
at home. Saints at home.
You already know where I'm going with this, nephew. Give me the Saints in this one because I got tired of hearing these loud, obnoxious, annoying Falcon fans talking all kind of shit.
There we
I
go.
want to beat them down to the ground.
Come on, man. All right, week 13, Dolphins.
All right, give me you know what? I don't know what kind of Dolphin squad you got there. Give me the Saints on this one.
All right, Bucks.
Now this one we might split with Tampa Bay. Give me the Saints on this one.
All right, Panthers.
Damn, Jared.
Jared got us going to the Super Bowl, baby. I
got us winning the division, man. I don't know about Super Bowl. Just give me win the division, damn it.
Saints. All right, Jets.
Saints.
Titans.
Thanks.
Yep. And close it out.
Thanks.
Close it out. If we beat Atlanta in New Orleans, we'll beat Atlanta at their house.
Jared, we beat.
You gotta understand. Look, what Big Q called. What Big Q called. We New Orleans West and Atlanta's New Orleans East.
Hey, look, Brisky said, thought Jerry said, yo, we're going to get 5 to 6 wins. Look, this is the thing, though, right? Once you get on camera, you start looking at the schedule, and it is a couple days before the season. You get excited. It's just fun, man. Absolutely. Hey, look, it's who that no matter what, Jerry.
There
Jerry,
you go.
I am going to move on because we got 2 more people coming in, but I'm going to keep you in the background, and if you want to come hop back in and bullshit for a little bit, you're more than welcome to, brother.
All right, man. Appreciate y'all having me on.
Of course, Uncle Jerry. Hey, appreciate you again, man. Help me to get to 100 subscribers, man. Y'all go check out Jerry's channel. Once I bring in the next guest, I'll go and look it up so I can give you all the links so y'all can go and subscribe to Jerry's channel, man. That's my guy. Appreciate you, brother.
That is me. Have a good night, y'all.
All right, my
Jay.
brother.
Have a good one, man.
All right, peace.
Nope. All right, let's go ahead. We'll bring in Christian, my guy. It's one of my clients, by the way. What up, Christian?
What's up, Big Money Jack? How you doing this evening?
Hey, doing good, brother. Doing good. So we'll go ahead and well, first off, let us know just, whatever, quick rundown what you think of the Saints this year, and then once you're done with that, I'll let you go ahead and give us your predictions for the season.
The rundown for me with the Saints would be the first 4 games. I think they're going to struggle because they don't know their identity. They're going to figure out their identity. That's why I had mentioned in the chat earlier that by game 6 to 8, they'll probably figure out their identity. The other is if Spencer Rattler can get his first win, that will give him motivation. And if he can get his first win against a juggernaut, like your co-host has said, he'll probably roll from then on. So I do feel that right now the team needs to get their confidence back. You do got several players that don't like to lose, like Alvin Kamara, which I've done seen several times on TV when he's not in a happy mood. And you can see that with certain defensive players when they're not in a happy mood when they lose games. I think the team is a bit happy that they got rid of Dennis Allen as a head coach and a brand new coach. I do think that if the Saints do have a down year again, we done replaced Dennis Allen, we done replaced the defensive coach, we done replaced a bunch of coaches. The only person we haven't replaced is the general manager, which that's a whole other topic. But I think that if we go on a downward trend, which I don't see happening, I think Mickey Loomis is going to be in the hot seat pretty soon within the next couple of years, if not next year, if the Saints don't, next 3 years, if the Saints don't do well.
Fair enough, man. All right, well, let's get your predictions, man. We'll go ahead and start off with week 1, Arizona Cardinals and the Saints. Who you got winning that one?
Saints.
All right, that'll bring us into week 2. They got the Niners at home. Who you got?
Niners been having the Saints numbers as of the last couple of times they played. I go with the Niners.
All right. Week 3, we go out to the 12 in Seattle. Who you got?
I'm going with the Seahawks with that game.
All right. Week 4, face off against the Buffalo Bills.
I don't think the Saints will find the identity based in the first 4 against the Bills. So I have the Bills winning that game.
All right. Week 5, we face off against the New York Giants in New Orleans.
I'm going with the Saints over the Giants.
Yeah, if this is the record going into week 5, I think that week 5 is a must win for the Saints. And I think this is the most likely outcome as well. And that's why I think this New York Giants game is going to be a really tough one, as we were discussing earlier. Week 6, Patriots.
Going off of what I've seen last year at the Patriots, I do not know how well they're going to be this year, but I'm going with the Saints based off of what I seen last year.
Fair enough. Week 7, Chicago Bears in Chicago, the Windy City. Last year at Soldier Field, right, Duff?
Huh?
Is that this the last year at Soldier Field?
Yeah, they got the I think they got one more year. I know it's on the
one
new
more year?
stadium is under construction.
Okay. All right, so go ahead. Sorry, Christian.
Even though the Saints have a horrible win-loss record at Soldier Field, I would love to see the Saints whoop Dennis Allen's ass and expose his defense.
Come on, tell him. Week 8 against the Bucks. First game against the Bucks at home, and first divisional game as well.
Realistically, the Bucks been having the last couple of years. The Bucks been sweeping the Saints. I'd love to see the Saints win both games. That way we can regain the division and shut the Bucks up. But realistically, I think they're gonna win. I think, to be honest, if the Saints find their identity by this game, they're going to smoke the Bucks. If they haven't found their identity, they're going to lose to the Bucks. I'm kind of 50-50.
Smoke the Bucks. Okay, I like it. We'll put since you're 50-50, we'll throw it up there as a tie, man. Week 9, they go away to Los Angeles to play the Rams. Rams are coming off a bye week.
Rams are going to probably beat the Saints because of the fact that the Rams, again, have had the New Orleans Saints numbers the last couple of years. But if the Saints find the identity again by that game, they should be able to beat the Rams. But this, I do see as a loss for the Saints.
Okay. Week 10 before the bye, we go out to Carolina, play the Panthers out in Charlotte.
That's an easy win. The Panthers are pretty much like the weakest team in the NFC South. I do suspect that the Panthers will actually improve and be one of those teams that we need to watch through.
All right, that'll bring us to week 12, where they'll face off against the Falcons at home.
Repeat that again.
All right, we're playing Falcons at home, week 12. Sorry, your mic must have cut out.
I got the Saints beating the Dirty Birds at home.
That's right. I like that. Dolphins in Miami.
I'm gonna pick the Saints over the Dolphins, and maybe if they got a playoff run, since the last time that they played the Dolphins in regular season, they went on to win the Super Bowl, and that was back in 2009. But I got the Saints over the Dolphins, but it's going to be a tight game.
All right. Week 14 against Tampa Bay. In Tampa Bay.
I think that game they're going to win because they should have found their identity by that game.
Gotcha. So, then we got Panthers in New Orleans.
Same thing. Sweep. The Saints will win that game. I think it's going to be a little tighter because the Panthers are going to know what the Saints are going to bring their second game, but sweep.
I like it. We got Jets at home.
I don't know much about the Jets. I think they suck. So I see the Saints winning that game.
All right. Against the Titans in Tennessee, Nashville.
The Saints will win that game. I'm sorry about my buddy. I wouldn't call him a buddy, but they do have a Hornville graduate, Jaquan Jackson. I do believe he's a good wide receiver, but he hasn't shown potential. But the Saints will win that game.
He went to. Where did he go to college? I forgot. Do you remember, Duff? Was it Tulane? I thought it was. Yeah. All right. So you got Saints, and then final game against Atlanta at home, week 18. In Atlanta. Who you got?
If the Saints are looking for a playoff spot, they will win that game. And to be honest, I hate the Dirty Birds, so we'll go Saints all the way, sweeping the Dirty Birds this year. The only game where I see the Saints struggling in the NFC South is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and that's about all. It's been between the Saints, Buccaneers, and the Falcons. And the Panthers have been in pretty much been at the bottom, except for last year. But I see the Saints sweeping the Panthers. I can see the Saints sweeping the Dirty Birds, but that game can go either way. The Buccaneers is the question mark.
I got you. All right, well, you got the record sitting there at 11-5-1. The one being your 50-50 game between the Bucks at home in New Orleans. You said could go either way. So at worst, you're saying 11-6. At best, you're saying 12-5. I'll tell you what, we got some optimistic ass Saints fans, and I love that.
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
We've talked about it at the gym during our sessions that you already know I'm realistically in between 7-10 and 10-7. The only reason why I'm saying that is because I would love to see the Saints go 10-6 after having a 5-12 year, because the Saints in 2005, the year that Katrina hit and they were displaced, they went 3-13. And then Mickey Loomis brought in Sean Payton, and Sean Payton went after quarterback Drew Brees, and they went from a 3-13 record to a 10-6 record. So maybe being optimistic, Kellen Moore, same scenario, but we ain't got a Drew Brees quarterback. We got a rookie quarterback that's 0-6. That's low balling at 7-10 to 10-7. This ain't the team of 2006. This is probably a team that's at the old, like the team that went 7-9 the second year of Sean Payton's coaching career.
That's right. Well, you know what? It could be this year, though, because, I mean, you know, I don't know if anyone in the Saints organization thought we'd go 10-6 that year either, but appreciate it, Christian. Thank you for giving me the your record predictions, man, and I'll talk to you soon. And we'll go ahead and bring on the next person, man. Talk to you later, Christian.
Yeah, have a good night. Bye.
You too, man. All right. Let's see. We'll go to a couple comments. I saw Britt say, I thought Lions fans were biased, but every single Saints fan saying the Saints will beat and upset the most MVP reigning MVP at home.
That's right.
That's right. You're right. Get ready for it, Brisky.
I'm the ringleader.
You were the ringleader for that one, Dov. You know what? At least you're going on the good side of people. You used to be the ringleader of Tre'Quan Smith. Now you're the ringleader of beating the Bills. I don't know which one's more crazy, but I like both of it. Who that record said Jaquan Jackson just tried out for the Saints. When did that happen? I didn't hear anything about that.
He was here Monday. He was one of the
really?
Trial players along with,
that is right. That is right.
Brendan, along with Jerry Rice's son, Brendan Rice.
I saw Brendan Rice was here. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. Anyone heard any updates on any of that? I mean, I'm assuming since there was no signing since Monday, that means probably nothing.
Nah, with the signings they made from the Monday trials, he was not one of them. And now you got to look, that Saints receiver room is crowded.
Yeah, it is out of nowhere, right? And you can't just cut loose some people that you haven't got to see play yet. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to cut loose Trey Palmer. You just brought him in. You're not going to cut loose Vele. You just brought him in. I wouldn't mind to cut loose Brandon Cooks, but I don't know about for Jaquan Jackson or Brendan Rice, if I'm being honest. So you could put him on the practice squad, baby. But that's about it. But anyway, is that we beat the Dolphins in London, right? I think that's what it was. Yep.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
With Darren Sproles. Yep. All right, let's see. My guy Jonah, are you coming in to talk shit, or are you coming in here to give us an actual prediction on the Saints record?
Nah, I got it's 0-7. No, I'm just
Yeah, everybody just unsubscribed thanks to you, Cheesehead. This is Cheesehead, by the way. He's a Packers fan, so he's feeling a little extra right now.
What's up, Cheesehead?
Y'all, the other ones are wild, but I got some. Not 0-17, but it's not good.
Okay. Let's go.
Let's hear your realistic outside the New Orleans area perspective, man. Week 1, Cardinals and Saints.
I got the Cardinals on that one.
All right, you got to give me like a little why, not an extended version, but a little why.
I mean, it's gonna be Rattler's first start. I actually have y'all's first win in week 5, but
that's fair.
So yeah.
Well, I feel like you don't
maybe the Seahawks, but definitely not the Bills.
Okay.
Probably not the 49ers, but
I mean, I'm not mad at anyone rooting or saying against the Saints beating the Niners, Seahawks, or Bills. I think on paper they look like your more complete squads. And then so you said you got Seahawks in week 3, but you said it could flip. So why do you think you could see the Seahawks losing and not the Cardinals? Do you think the Cardinals are a better squad than the Seahawks?
I mean, I think Kyler Murray is better than Sam Darnold.
Okay. I'm not mad at that.
I think they're kind of sneaky. I think the Raiders are sneaky too.
Okay, fair. I saw someone predict the Raiders getting 10 wins, an actual ESPN person saying that. I was quite surprised. They must be trying to get their some new deals with BetMGM or something like that. Saints versus Giants week 5. You said that's where you got the Saints in their first win. What about this matchup do you think favors the Saints?
Well, it's at home. I don't know how Russell Wilson's going to be, and the rest of the team is just,
Just answer you. Okay. Week 6, they go against the Pats at home in New Orleans. What's your thoughts on that one?
I got the Saints in that one at home.
Okay.
Drake May.
I just need to see more out of Drake May. Like everybody hyped him up last year, but like Dolph said earlier, you said he 15 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. I mean, it's not a bad quota for a rookie quarterback, but people were hyping him up like he was the next star. So then they go out to Chicago. Well, I saw Dolph put up a comment. Seahawks have an elite O-line with JSN and Kupp and K9 Charbonnet and a good defense. I don't know if I think Cooper Kupp doesn't have a good year this year because JSN is playing in his position, and now JSN is also going to be lined up. He'll still be lined up in the slot, but he's going to get more attention than what he ever has, and I think that can affect him a little bit.
Okay.
Go eat.
I got the Bears at Soldier Field. Maybe if it was in New Orleans, maybe I don't like the Bears. I know Brisky likes the Bears.
That would upset me, Cheesehead, knowing all the conversations we've had on Instagram about how much you think the Bears are going to suck this year, and then you picked them over the Saints. That's fucked up. We got the Buccaneers. We're playing them in New Orleans. What's up, Patrick? How you doing, man?
So I actually did like a full season thing, and I had the Bucks losing in the Super Bowl.
Okay, so you got the Bucks for sure. I ain't even gonna question you any more than that. What you got us against the Rams?
Rams.
The Rams win that one.
All right. What you got? What you got us against the Panthers?
Bryce Young wins at home.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I'm not mad at that, to be honest. Like my initial thought was that we'd split with the whole division this year, but likely lose both to Tampa. But go ahead. I'm sorry, cut you off.
I got y'all beating the Falcons at home though.
That's right. See, at least, man, even though you're from Green Bay, you're in Carolina now. You might as well be a Panthers fan, bro.
No.
Okay.
I might have to pull up to the Panthers and Saints game though.
You might have to, man. You can go ahead and live react to the Saints, put it on.
I can get my tickets for $10.
Probably less than that, but especially if they're playing the Saints. Miami Dolphins and Saints in Miami.
That one's gonna be that one's gonna be the Dolphins.
Week 14 against the Bucks again. Yeah, I already know you're gonna say Bucks. Week
win.
15 against the Panthers.
The Saints win that one.
All right, thank you. At least we got one. All right, Jets and Saints.
Saints win that one too.
Okay, Titans and Saints.
That one could go either way. I think Cam Ward kind of gets his feel through there. I got Titans on that one.
Titans later in the season will be more difficult because he will be a little bit more established. And then week 18 against the Falcons in Atlanta.
I gotta go with Atlanta for one of them, man. I can't go both.
No, that's probably right. So that's 5-12. I mean, that's still better than the talking heads. I won't be. I'll be upset. I'll definitely be mad, especially if those games that we lose aren't close. But I think that's not a unrealistic guess. I think you kind of short. You given us a little bit of a short leash on some of these matches, but I'll take it, man. Well, Jonah, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming to join us. Good luck to you, Packers. Look. Just because Brisky talks so much shit, I'm rooting for the Packers over the Lions this year. Because he talks so much shit.
Y'all can say all y'all want about Micah Parsons and his back and all that. Okay, I mean, Aiden Hutchinson got hurt. That could build on itself. I mean.
Well, I forget, Jonah, you can ask Dolph because Dolph, his second team, I wouldn't say his second team. That sounds bad. He also supports the Cowboys because he's out there in Dallas. How do you feel about Jonah's team taking y'all's star defensive player, Dolph?
Dumbass move by Jerry.
I hope the Packers win the division this year just for the fact to make Jerry looks very stupid.
Right. So I had them
Sunday night game.
I had them 11-6, 12-5, and the The Lions 11-6.
No, you
Fair
flipped
enough.
it. So that's what you still have.
I
Was that?
I'm
I'm
I
sorry.
put my thing in the RFS group chat on Instagram, but
Yeah, he
I
has.
got
Go
the Bills getting it done.
Bills Super Bowl.
You got the
he said
Bills win the Super Bowl.
Bills and Bucks in the Super Bowl, bro.
The Bills.
Bills and the Bucks. Oh man, that would be. I mean, that would be a fun
Yeah,
Super Bowl.
unless-
I'm down to see anything new. But
Unless they don't play the Chiefs.
The Chiefs
might
ain't
not.
getting it done, no.
all right, John. Well, take care, brother. I'll holler at you later. And
Appreciate you.
we will be live in the Discord. They play Lions and
Yes.
the
Week
Lions and
one.
Packers play week 1 at 3
Yes.
o'clock. So over in our Discord, I guess I'll find a link whenever I bring up the next person. But if anybody is on Discord or wants to join and watch it with us, we put the game up live in the Discord channel. We all have our mics up and you can talk, or you can mute your mic and you can just type whatever. We just have a fun time watching some games. But talk to you soon, Jonah.
All right.
Have,
All right,
a, good,
peace,
have
man.
a good night, man.
All right, y'all. And I'll go ahead and I'll open it up. If one more person wants to come in, we got about 7 more minutes for I wanted to cut it off. We'll go
I'm
through a
about
couple
to
more
bounce out,
comments.
man.
Yeah, do your thing, Duff. Appreciate you, brother. I'll holler at you
Anytime.
tomorrow. And don't forget, guys, tomorrow, big stream, big panels, 2 big panel streams where we'll be covering and going over the matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals in the Superdome. Come on, man.
Come on in, baby. Good night, family. Who that?
Who that? All right. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Dolph, again. But the link is in the chat if anybody wants to come jump in for a minute. And just click that link. You can turn on the camera, turn off the camera. Doesn't matter to me. And let us know what your predictions are for this season. I'll give it a couple minutes before anyone hops in, and then we'll go ahead and call it a night. I'll go ahead and go through some of these comments that I missed. I know there's been a bunch of them. Let's see. I saw Kenneth Nelson earlier said 2-2 just, during the first 4. I think that is the most realistic positive start for the Saints. I guess is the best way I'd put it. Like, if I were to be really hard throughout these predictions here, and I would try to take like just all my homerism away. Like, I'm not a homerism sounds like a crazy word. If I would take all that away and I would just give a real prediction, I really do think the Saints will beat the Cardinals this week in week 1. I'd probably go Niners. I'd probably go here. I'm in between on this game. But I just feel like the Giants are going to give us trouble because of the pass rush, and I think that's the reason why they get the edge. I think we win here. I think we win here. I think we lose there. The Rams beat us if Matthew Stafford is playing. We'll beat Carolina once at least. We'll beat Atlanta once at least. I think we really can beat Miami. I think they win. I'd probably say split with the Carolina Panthers. I would assume we'd win the home game before we'd win the away game, but it really doesn't matter as far as the record goes. I think we beat the Jets. I think we beat this, and then we'll lose here. And like my realistic record is probably somewhere around 8-9, and that's if we get the job done on the games I believe we should win, and that's always the challenging thing. But if we start off 2-2, that makes the whole season very interesting. A 2-2 start with this opening schedule is a really tough one. We have a harder opening schedule than most teams in the league this year. We're also a team that a lot of teams aren't going to get hyped up for, especially in the beginning of the season. So that kind of gives us a little bit of a boost as well. So I thought Lions fans were biased. Okay, wait, I read that already. Let's go ahead and scroll down. What up, Slim? Slim, feel free to come hop in, brother, if you want to go ahead and let me know your prediction. I see Patrick in the building. What's up, Patrick? Welcome to the channel, brother. Much love. Thank you for being here. If y'all are new to the channel, man, my name is Zach. This is RFS Saints. This is my new Saints channel. RFS Saints is a part of Real Fan Sports. This is the exclusive Saints channel of Real Fan Sports. We'll be doing a lot of New Orleans Saints coverage. Right now, we've been trying to run a pretty solid schedule. We'll be going live for every single game that I am home for. So every game will be home, whether it's a miserable game or it's a great game. We'll be here interacting, having some fun, enjoying the game. We'll also be doing some open mic sessions like this where we'll invite people in to come talk and say their piece. We're going to have a stream every week, whether it's here on this channel or if it's on the Keeping It Real Who Dat Sports podcast, where we will be breaking down the upcoming game and then a stream prior going over the highlights from the previous one. So a lot of different content coming out here, and I hope y'all all hit that subscribe button and enjoy it. Let me see. Jason Sykes, what up? Jason said, all your gamblers take groupie for more than 6 points. Easy money. Facts, Jason. Facts, Jason. Look, I'll tell you what. I think groupie in fantasy football terms as well. Like if you want to grab a kicker as your last pick in your draft, just go ahead and grab groupie. Groupie was like the 17th ranked kicker last year. And I think he missed a couple of games. So I think he will end up being like a top 10 kicker this year. And if you want to wait till the last round of the draft just to pick whatever kicker, you can grab groupie with no problem. So this is entertaining. This has been fun, man. I do appreciate all that, man. It's been a good time hanging out, getting everybody's perspective from our super optimistic fans, and Jerry got us going 15-2 and losing in the Super Bowl. and then our haters and Cheesehead, my guy, man. Shout out my brother Jonah, man, from the Packers, giving us the outside perspective. Pageant says Saints are going to surprise some people. I mean, I think so too. I think we're going to be a bit more competitive than a lot of people expect. I think we have gotten better in the right places. And the big question mark is O-line health, because once that health goes down, that's where the troubles come in. And then the quarterback situation. I think, and unfortunately, those are two of probably the most important things that you would like to have ironed out for a successful team. If Rattler ends up coming out and proving that he could be a legitimate quarterback in this league, we're talking about an easy 6 to 7 wins, like an easy 6 to 7, pushing towards that 8-9, number. But if he struggles, well, then, we're looking more around that below 5 or 5 and below. If the O-line stays healthy, we're sitting there at a spot where even though with some bad quarterback play, we get the run game going. And if the defense lives a little bit higher than what's expected, a little above par, then we can still be looking at that 7-8 win area. We have potential, but it all matters what comes down to the field. What happens on game day, on that field, on the turf, on the grass, whatever it may be, on the gridiron. Let's see. Slim says Saints will be a wild card team. Come on, Slim. Tell us, man. Like I said, feel free, guys. Go ahead, join the link. I'll leave it up. I'll go 5 more minutes tops. If anyone else wants to come and give their predictions, or if you just have some general questions in the comments, go ahead and send me your questions leading up to this game, to the Cardinals matchup, or to this season. I'll try and answer those best I can, and we'll go from there. It's 101. Big ups. SB, Bills versus Saints. Super Bowl, Bills versus Saints. Man, you wildin'. That's because Jake Hayner just got back. I know. What up, Brandon B? Says, sorry to say this, Saints don't have a good quarterback yet. Got to see how he does this season. No, I think that's a fair assessment. Outside of just being like I think he can be good, we can't solidify, oh, he's a good quarterback. We don't know. He's 0-6, right? He was 0-6 last year. He showed some promise. I think the way that the coaching staff is handling the offense is a lot more favorable for him. They're designing a lot. We're using the screen again. Finally, we've seen that a lot. We're going to try and get the run game going. That's going to depend a lot on McCoy because we really were struggling the preseason, opening up space for these running backs to get separation so they can get past the first level and into the second. But yeah, I don't know if the quarterback is there. I think we'll have a good idea probably come week 7, week 8 of what Rattler is all about. I think these first 4 weeks are going to be tough. We could easily lose all 4 of these. I would like to say we get at least one. But I would like to advise Saints fans to at least hold judgment until week 5, because these first 4 matchups are really tough. We're talking about a good defense, even though it has broken up, still a solid defense in the Niners. Cardinals and a very much improved defense, Seattle with a solid defense, and then a Buffalo Bills with a solid defense as well. So give it a little bit of time and hold your opinions until week 5, week 6. I think that's when we'll have the first true look of what is possible. And then by week 8, we'll have an answer. If by week 8, we've only won 2 games, then we know that Rattler probably isn't the answer at that point, especially if the games aren't close. If the games are narrowed down and we're at a position where we lost by a point, a field goal, or less than a touchdown, then they probably run it. But if we have a couple blowouts, then we may see like a Tyler Shuck move coming in around like week 10, 12, something crazy like that. But hopefully not, man. I will cheer for whoever is starting with the Fleur-de-lis on their helmet. That's all that matters to me. And hopefully everything will pan out, good this year. I think Saints will have a season with like 7-9. I think that's fair. I think 7-9 is fair. Jake Haener, good. You're right. My bad. I forgot about Jake Haener. Forgot. Jake Haener's back. He's the savior. All right. Let's see. 7-10 maybe. Yeah, 7-10. Gotcha. I have Falcons 15-2, Bucks 11-6. If you have Falcons 15-2, yeah, you're out your mind, Brisky. They look. I like Penix. I think Penix is going to be okay as well, but he ain't going to be that good. I just saw Slim try to join and then it disappeared. Feel free to try and join again. Try to join again, Slim. Saints 4-13. And then you got Lions 15-12, Bears 10-7, Packers 4-13, Vikings 3-14. That's crazy. I don't think the NFC isn't that strong, I think, to have both Packers and Vikings having less than 7 wins. Like, especially if you got Bears going 10-7, I just can't imagine that. Like, as far as our things go, the Panthers going 11-6 you're out your damn mind. They're not going 11-6. Most I can see out of the Panthers is like 9, and like literally every single thing needs to go right, and I don't think it will. They're still missing weapons on that squad. And Falcons ain't going 15-2. You got your box. Said Falcons have a revamped with a revamped defense and new edge rush. Penix will be a league winner this year with London, and they had Bijan. No, I do not think Penix will be a league winner like that. I mean, we'll see, but even in his starts, he wasn't that great. I just don't. I think Penix will have a good year. Will show promise to be the starter, but this is his first full year starting. I just don't know. Not enough experience to go 15-2, and Drake. I like Drake London. Think he's fine. Oh, Link. Yeah, I got you. Let's see. There we go. I think Drake London's a good, decent wide receiver. Yeah, Bijan's legitimate. They do have the 2 new edge rushers, but the defense still may have some holes. But we'll see. I think that's why they will be better. But 15-2, out your box. All right, but let's see. It looks like Slim's going to be joining in just a second. I'm going to run to the restroom, and then we'll continue with our final predictions and final thoughts before we end stream. All right, y'all. Sorry for that. I gotta, man. I started drinking beer, and then that's just a rip. That's just an RIP for me, man. Penix and Bo Nix were the most NFL ready quarterbacks coming out of the draft. Jaden Daniels was just a surprise. Dude, yeah, and Trevor Lawrence was also the most ready quarterback to come out the NFL too. And what the hell has he done? All that shit does not matter. Everybody was trying to put disrespect on Jaden Daniels' name, and he comes out, and then we'll have like that's where like listening to talking heads just be doing a little bit too much, man. All right, Britt said I'll say I have Broncos 15-12, 13 Bills 13-4, Ravens 12-5, Texans 12-5, Lions 15-2, Falcons 15-2, Eagles 12-5, Seahawks 12-5. They're just too many trash teams now, like Miami, Jags, Colts, etc. There is definitely an upper echelon to teams. I will admit that. Oh wait, Slim, are you over on Cumberland Sports Network? If you're over on the Cumberland Sports Network, come over to RFS Saints so I can send you the link because it doesn't let me copy it over there. There we go. There's Slim. All right. What up, Slim?
What's that, Zach? Can you hear me, Zach? I've been having issues.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
What's going on, brother?
Oh man, just getting ready, dude. I'm getting hyped, man. We're like what? Just over 24 hours away from the first game of the season. Saints are coming up in just a couple of days on Sunday morning. I'm ready to go.
I'm ready too, bro. Like, and people doubting the Saints. Like, I noticed. I was watching your stream, and people got a lot of negativity towards the Saints. But bro, like week 1, I think we can win this one. I think we can really win this game. I believe we're going to win this game.
I think a lot of the doubt comes from, it's the prove it mindset. It's the same thing that we have for like other teams to where it's like, okay, like I see what they're doing, but they got to prove it to us before we count them as a winner. And the Saints, from the outside perspective, they've been given, they're the only things that have been posted about the Saints is the pick 6 from Tyler Shuck on his first throw on preseason. The 2 goofball throws from Shuck during his combine, and then I think he had also like one other duck throw during training camp, and then that's about it. They haven't really showed much of anything else. They haven't showed the interception. They haven't showed how Kool-Aid McKinstry has been locked down so far throughout preseason. They haven't showed the progression of Shaheed. They haven't, they haven't shown a lot of these different things. Kendre Miller being healthy and looking very quick and agile. So, a lot of things are going to come to us, are going to catch other fan bases by surprise, in my opinion. Brandon's,
absolutely.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, my bad. I was just saying, absolutely. I ain't want to cut you off, but absolutely, like what you just said, Kendre Miller. That's the name I'm looking forward to seeing, Kendre Miller. Seeing him do his thing finally. He's going to be healthy and hopefully, be a supporter back to Alvin Kamara because we need that, man. Like, especially what's I want to say, Kendre Miller, and especially like I'm really excited about Devin Neal. So yeah, Kamara's. Everybody talking about Kamara got to be this and be that. He doesn't have to be that anymore because he's going to have to need Kendre Miller and Devin Neal to support him or whatever, So,
well,
that's how I look at it.
Let me get to Brian's conversation. Just like Carr, they paid him a lot of money and see what he did for the Saints. Nothing good. Yeah, I mean, like money and all that shit don't really matter as much, man. What happens on the field is what matters. And again, I mean, I'll be honest, and some of y'all might unsubscribe. I was a big Carr advocate when we first brought him in, and did that make me eat my words. But anyway, yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Like, we're so slept on this year, and I know the players pick it, but Alvin Kamara didn't even make the top 100 players this year. That's how. Yes, he was not. We did not have a single Saints player in the top 100. Now we know AK is a quiet guy. He's a quiet leader. But you're telling me that AK isn't seeing that he's not in that top 100, and you don't think he's not angry about it? They keep trying to say Kamara is getting older, doesn't have his stuff, never had 1,000-yard rushing season, all this, but they completely forget about all the other things that he does do for this team and has done for this team that has made him a top running back in this league. So, yeah, things like that blow my mind, man. Like they had Aaron Jones ahead of him. Aaron Jones had a good 6 weeks and then fell off a cliff.
Wow. You mean to tell me Alvin Kamara not in the top 100, not the
We
top
didn't have-
10, not top 20, not in the top 100. Come on, man, y'all crazy. They're crazy.
Yeah.
That's
It blew my mind whenever I saw those reports coming out. I just could not believe he was not there. And then when I went to go look through the names, there were some good names over there in the top 100, but I just tried to focus in on the running backs, and I saw Aaron Jones at like 94 or something like that, and I was like, hey, no way we're thinking Aaron Jones is better than Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara was what, just a handful of yards away from 1,000 last year. Also, and that's without all of his receiving yards as well. It blew my mind. So you don't think a lot of these players, as Dolph alluded to earlier, or talked about earlier, this Saints team is still filled with some vets that are used to winning. DeMario Davis, AK, McCoy, Cam Jordan, like all these guys that have hunger for win. You're talking about other guys that we grabbed in from college, like Kool-Aid McKinstry, who's used to winning. All these guys, right. You don't think that they're ready to shut some of these naysayers up and show out on game day and show them what they're really made of? You don't think they have a little bit of a chip on their shoulder? They're in a position right now where the Saints have nothing to lose, because if they do horrible, well, guess what? Then it's just what everybody predicted. But they go out there and win. They go out there and get over 7 wins. They go up and end up competing for second in the division, or win second division, or competing for first. What they going to say now? We're going to tell them to keep the talking heads asses back in whatever state they're from, and stop speaking on the Saints negatively, because that's what they love to do. They think we've already gone back to the paper bag days, Slim. I think they've forgotten. This may not be the Drew Brees era, Sean Payton era New Orleans Saints, but this is still Who Dat Nation.
Absolutely. To your point, and I know you mentioned a comment earlier, I say the Saints could be a wild card team. It wouldn't be a shock to me though, because when everybody in the world said, well, your team is going to be dead last, the team is going to be dead last, and this and that, man, that's motivation to our players, bro. That's motivation to our coaches too. So that's how I look at it. And I would love for us to shock the world. It wouldn't be a shock to me though. I keep saying shock the world, but it wouldn't be a shock to me, because we got good players. We got these dudes is young and hungry, man. Like, real talk. I've seen them, watch them in the preseason. I know it's preseason, but these dudes are hungry. They're ready to work, and they're ready to win, bro. Like, that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? And
yep.
And I would love to see our team. Like I said, and this is me personally, Zach, who the nation. I think the Saints will be a wild card team. I think they will make a playoffs, and it wouldn't be a surprise to me. Young and hungry.
That's right. Let me see. I saw one comment I wanted to talk on. See, those boys have something to prove this season. I think they come out and make a strong statement week 1. I think so too, Patrick.
Yes,
I think this week 1 is probably if it's not the most important game for the season, which I don't think it is, I think it's one of the most important games for these players, man. They know what's being said.
Yep.
And they know how they performed during the preseason and didn't make big jumps like we were hoping, but everything comes down to this first week of the season against Arizona, and at home in the Dome. Clint Kubiak, who got AK rolling last year, went to Seattle. Do you think Clint Kubiak is the person who got AK going, Brisky? No. I know you're not new to football, but if anything, Clint Kubiak got AK less targets last year. He kept handing him the ball just up the middle. He wasn't running AK out to the side. He wasn't putting him in the pass game. He wasn't using him as screens as much as what he's done in the past. If anything, Clint Kubiak nerfed AK a little bit, if we're being completely honest. He didn't play a whole season last year. Yeah, he missed 3 games.
Right,
I hope K-Ball needs to have a great game plan week to week. Yeah, and this would be a good test for that too. So what we've been doing, we've been letting everybody come in and give their predictions, and you can feel free and explain why and whatnot. But we'll go through this here as we start off with week 1 against the Arizona Cardinals. And you already said you think the Saints can win this one. So why do you have Saints over Cardinals in week 1?
because Spencer Rattler looking for his first win. Is going to be an energetic game at home with the new jerseys on, with the gold jerseys.
That's right.
It's going to
I
be. It's
forgot we're
going to
rocking the
be.
golds.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. Dude, the gold with the black pants, the black helmets, and I hope we roll out the all black unis one game too. I don't know if we will, but I
We'll
really would
never
love
do
to see
that.
us rock the all black with the black helmets. I don't think we're actually
Zach.
allowed to. If I'm being honest, I don't think we're allowed to. But that would be so sick if we could.
Zach,
But that
Zach,
what? Tell me.
bro, we will never rock our all black. I've been screaming that all for 20,000 years. What
Have we ever worn all black? Let me see. Ever wore all black?
All
Let me see.
black with the black helmets. That'll never happen.
We had black helmets back in the 60s, I believe, right?
Years ago, way
trying-
back then.
Let's see. Okay, yeah, no, they have. Okay, so we've never worn all black all at once. Man, I would. Man, if we would ever
Right.
do that, that would be crazy, man. That would be so fire.
Yes,
All right, but that'll take us into. All right, let me answer this question real quick. It said, do you think they bring in a vet quarterback? No, Kellen Moore's already said no. So, like anyone that thinks that we will, the answer's already been said. It's been no. He said he was asked that after the draft. He was asked that during the middle of the summer. He was asked that during preseason, and then he's been asked it just a couple days ago after the preseason, leading up to the regular. Will the Saints look at a veteran quarterback? And he said no. He said he's cool with what he's in his room. What's in the room. Personally, I mean, I would love to see us bring a backup quarterback. I mean, I think Jameis is a fun energy quarterback, but like as far as bringing in a veteran, I think he's a good guy to, just keep them, motivated or at least like happy. But I also don't know if Jameis brings in the things that need to be brought in, like as far as like confidence, game plan, understanding schemes and stuff like that. If I'm being completely honest, and I love Jameis, but no, we will not be bringing in a vet unless something changes. And Kellen Moore's been lying to us, which if y'all been paying attention, Kellen Moore's been very straight up. He's been very honest with everything. Anything he said has basically been the answer. He said that there's going to be a true quarterback competition. He did it throughout all of preseason. He said whoever is going to be starting quarterback will be starting quarterback for the whole year. Unless something dramatic happens, like we go 1-10, I think that's going to be the answer as well. And he says we're not bringing in a vet. He hasn't done that. But we'll take it into week 2 where we play at home against the Niners. Who you got?
Oh, I got us in a close win. Tough game, close win.
Well, okay, tell me why you got us getting the win over the Niners. What do you think gives us the edge?
People like, honestly, Zach, I think our defense is going to carry this team, especially with a young quarterback and a rookie coach. You gotta stop people. So yeah, I'm gonna go the Saints in week 2 against the 49ers in a close win. Especially we got and shout out to Blake Grupe. We're gonna actually need him this season. He's gonna make a lot of big field goals for us. That's how I look at it.
That's fair. That brings us to week 3, first away game up north at the 12 in Seattle, Washington against the Seahawks. Who you got?
I love you, Megan. She's a Seahawks fan. I'm gonna call that a W because they don't have Geno Smith. Like, shout out to Geno Smith. He did extravagant things for Seattle, but I think we could be Sam. I think Sam Darnold's the quarterback now, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Sam Darnold. We could be Sam Darnold. So that's a W.
Okay. I find it. I wonder because I think most of most football opinions out there is that Sam Darnold's going to have a lesser year than he did with Minnesota. And I'm really intrigued whether or not he's going to prove that, throughout all of his time going through the multitude of different teams, that that it wasn't just a one-off season with the Vikings where he was quietly a MVP candidate. You know, I don't see it either, but it would be funny if he ends up having a really good year with them. But okay, all right, starting off 3-0, man. I love how optimistic all the Saints fans are, man. I love it. Let me answer a question real quick. Said, do you think they bring in a vet? Okay. Wish Honey Badger. I wish Honey Badger didn't retire so soon.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Man, I'd wish that too. I know before this season ends, before there's none left, I got to go get me a Matthews jersey, all black Matthews jersey. It's the only Saint jersey I don't have is an all black one, so I need to get that for Tyron before they don't create no more. But you know what? When that first day of training camp, when you show up, and it seemed like it was one of those situations they had been talking for a couple of weeks about possibly retiring, and he woke up that morning and it was like, you know what? It's hot as hell outside, and I'm too old for this, and I got a newborn laying in bed. So, yeah, it is what it is, man. So, what vet would you like to see the Saints bring in? Oh, goodness. I mean, I'm trying to think what veterans like outside of Jameis that aren't in starting roles that I feel like could be a useful addition to the team. I mean, I just feel like there's not that many out there. Like a lot of the veterans that would be potential to grab are your guys that have been like bounced all around the league, kind of similar to our quarterback we had that was on the backup Chase Daniels for so long. And that's Kyle McCord, but like I don't think he does anything. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he comes in and like makes a difference with these younger guys. So that I really don't know, and I wonder. I wouldn't doubt that that's not the same thought process that Kellen Moore has, where the veteran outside of Jameis, the veterans that you can go and grab, it's not like they've had substantial roles in the NFL at some point in time. It's not like there's another Joe Flacco out there, unless y'all can name one that I'm not thinking of, where someone like a Joe Flacco who's much older that you could bring in to kind of teach these guys and come in, show them the playbook, show them how to read defenses and different things like that. I just don't know if there's one there. I saw one Saints Joshua Dobbs. Oh yeah, what do they call him? He's some nickname with astronaut or some shit like that. Stay away from this. Yeah. Just don't. Yeah, I agree with that. Don't get Deshaun Watson. All right, so that'll take us to week 4, Slim. We got Buffalo Bills out there at Orchard Park in Buffalo.
Oh, that's a tough one. I ain't gonna lie to you. Say, I'm gonna go because if it was up to me, the Saints would go 17-0. But
I know.
Respect to the Bills, I think that's an L. Because Josh Allen, that offense, yeah, they're the real deal. I'm gonna take that as an L.
Hey, fair enough, man. Week 5, Giants in the Dome.
Win.
All right. Patriots.
That win. Patriots
in the Dome.
We got the Patriots at home.
Yep, in the Dome. Yes, sir.
Win. That's a win.
Okay, man. See, I love y'all. I love y'all, man. This is that. This is the same as a couple years ago when I was doing season predictions with Hoodie Jew, man. Hoodie Jew had him going 17-0. He had a reason for every game we could win too, and I love that shit, man. Shout out my brother Hoodie Jew, man.
Right, bro. Like real talk, like it ain't. It's not a Bill Belichick era anymore in New England, so I got that as a win.
All right. I mean, I'm not mad at the Patriots win. I got us being the Patriots too. It's the fact that we're 5-1 right now. Let's go to week 7. We go against the Bears in Chicago at Soldier Field.
Oh man. I want to say a win, but I think that might be a dub. That might be an L, bro. Dennis Allen and Soldier Field, tough defense. I take that as a loss. That's a loss.
We play Tampa Bay at home, first divisional matchup of the season, week 8.
Win.
I like it. Week 9, we go away to the Rams. Rams are coming off of a bye week, playing them in Los Angeles.
So we play the Rams in LA. This is tough, bro, because I hate the doggone Rams,
I
They've been
know.
giving us a tough
It's so,
time.
it's so hard to take your feelings out of it. And that's like what Brandon B said, man. He says that's what happens when you have a fan of a team but not being a real on a football season records. Yeah. I mean, like that's what being a fanatic is all about too, man. You rock for your team. You see the good and the bad. And you know, you just ignore the bad that could be in the good. You just go ahead and you roll with it, man. You hope the best.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what
Right,
it's about.
right. Right, because and I'm an honest fan too. Like it is what it is. But we got the Rams on the road. I'm gonna take that as a loss.
All right.
They give us
We'll go
trouble.
we'll go cross country over to Carolina, face the Panthers.
And Carolina, that's a loss.
Wow, I'm actually okay. I'm surprised you went a loss on that one. All right, bye
On the
week.
road. On the road, right?
Yeah, on the road. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a loss.
Yep. All right, week 12 off the bye week, we get the Atlanta Falcons.
Win.
There we go. Yeah, easiest win on the okay. Better win that one. Better win that one. That might be the
Yeah.
most. There's a lot of important games in this season. There's two that I think are the most, or there's two that are the most important. I think it's against the Bears because DA's there, and then
Right.
Atlanta
Right.
at home is probably the most important game for Kellen Moore in his history here, because he loses that. There is a lot of pressure on his ass, regardless of anything, if he loses twice. But that'll bring us into week 13, where we'll go out to Miami. Miami's coming off a bye, and we'll take on the Dolphins.
Oh, that's a win. We beat Miami.
Beat Miami. I like it.
That's a close game. It's a close game, but we'll win it.
I think it's a close game too. Brandon B said, I'm a Packers fan, but I don't think they're winning the Super Bowl because of Parsons trade. I got you. Fair enough, Brandon. Fair enough. Yeah, dude, the Packers are weird to me, man. Like we're talking Saints on this channel, but I just wish y'all would get like a lock at y'all's wide receiver positions, man. Like I just feel like y'all been drafting and picking up a whole bunch of like wide receiver 2s and 3s, and I think Golden's going to be the exact same thing. I think he's going to be an amazing wide receiver 2, but I don't think he's a wide receiver 1. But anyway, that'll take us to week 14. We play the Bucks in Tampa.
As much as I hate to say it, that's a loss.
Fair enough. Week 15, we play Carolina at home.
That's a win.
Yep. Then we go week 16, where we play Jets at home.
Win.
We go to Tennessee, and we go up against the Titans in Tennessee.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. That's gonna be a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna go dub. Y'all might, Chad, y'all might think I'm tripping, but I got confidence in my Saints.
I picked him winning. And then week 18, Falcons in Atlanta.
You know what that is, bro. That's a dub. That's a W. You know what that is.
Well,
come on,
all right.
You know
Well,
what that is.
Hey, well, look, Slim. I'll let you know you weren't as much of a homer as Jerry was. You got a 12-5 record. Jerry had us going 15-2 and losing in the Super Bowl, basically. But
Well,
I mean, go ahead.
I'm 12-5. Okay, that
12 and
I mean, no, I just try to be realistic. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't real talk, Zach, and who that nation. I don't overlook anybody. And you got to realize that we got a young quarterback and a first-time head coach. So I'm not going to overlook anything, you know. But I got us as a wild card team. Book it.
So, well, we go 12-5. We might be the division winners, if we're being honest. But let me ask you this, Slim.
Resound with
what record will we have to have for you not to be disappointed this season?
For not to be disappointed.
I know I'm messing with you, Jerry. My bad. I was just playing with you.
What
Yes,
record
to not be
not to be
disappointed.
disappointed.
Yeah.
I would say.
Mhm.
I would say 8-9.
8-9. Okay.
8-9.
I like that. And what record would we have that would make you just completely like, man, F this shit. We gotta like this is we're just in trouble.
Well, it'll have to be like 2-15, 1-16, 0-17, something like that.
Okay.
I'm
All
a-
right. So
I'm a-
it's got to
I'm
be
a-
really bottom of the barrel for you to be
Yeah.
just really, really pissed off about what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. What up, Andre? Welcome to the channel, brother. I
Andre.
like that. Man, but Andre, that ain't your car, is it? Well, that ain't your car on that picture.
Andre.
Well, that is clean if it is. Said, I don't know why, but I feel like the Saints can reach 10-7. So me and Dolph did our predictions earlier. I had us winning 9. I had us 9-8, and Dolph had us 8-9. So we were pretty close on what our thoughts were. Obviously, some can go either ways. My upset wins for the Saints. I think I don't know if I call Cardinals an upset. I think we realistically can beat the Cardinals, but I do have us beating the Rams this year. I do have us beating the Bears, and then there was one other one that I think that was like kind of an upset that I had, but I can't remember what now. And then Dolph had us starting off like 3-1. Man, he had us he had us beating everybody but Seattle. Patch said, I know one thing we bet not take for Arch Manning. Man, look, get that kid a break, bro. Everybody, man, it's such bullshit how much pressure is being put on that kid. It's the same thing of all the pressure that was put on Shadur. It's such bullshit. Just because of who their parents are, their relatives are, they hold them to a higher standard than everybody else. Like we saw Arch Manning line up against 3 like no-name schools and do just okay, and then all of a sudden was like, yeah, he's gonna be the number 1 draft pick next year. It's like, please stop. They even confused the college AP poll ranking people to have them ranked number 1 overall. I'm sitting there like, y'all got to slow it down, man. Give him a couple weeks. He'll be all right. He had a bad game though. He's got to get rid of that little slide arm flicking shit. Like his throwing motion is already weird. He already kind of comes really quick. Like he's so worried about getting the ball out quick that his throwing motion is like cut short as hell. Yeah,
He'd be all right.
Yeah. But I will go ahead. I'll drop, since I saw a couple more people jump in, I'll go ahead and drop the link one more time. If anybody wants to come and jump in, I'll give y'all one chance if y'all want to come hop in and give me y'all's prediction for the season. We can go through them just like how I did just there with Slim. But other than that, guys, if y'all want to go ahead and leave any questions or anything leading up to the season, I please would ask y'all all to go ahead, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. This is the new channel here on RFS Saints. My name is Zach. RFS Saints is the exclusive Saints channel as part of Real Fan Sports, another channel that me and my brother Nonfiction run. We're trying to grow this thing as quick as possible and make this not only a fast growing stream or a fast growing channel, but to actually bring you content that y'all want. So if y'all ever have suggestions, I will constantly throughout the year be posting community post actions for some different things that y'all would like to see on this channel to give y'all exactly what y'all want. As of right now, the game plan is to do every single game live here on the channel. So we will be here on Sunday for the Cardinals game, doing some and some reactions. We'll be doing a stream either on Sunday night or Monday night on a open panel where we'll talk about the game that just happened and allow people to come join us, hop in just like Slim did today to let out their frustrations or their excitement after the game. We'll do a show leading up to the following matchup each week, and then maybe another show just giving you updates on whatever news has been coming out and different things like that. So we're trying to grow this channel. We're trying to bring y'all some fun stuff and also keep it entertaining along with some edited content. I live not too far outside of New Orleans, so I will be going to some different games. So whenever I can, I'll be out there. I'll film some videos and stuff like that. Do little vlogs of game days, and for those that aren't in New Orleans or aren't able to make it to games, be able to show y'all the man. To me, there's nothing in the world like experiencing a New Orleans Saints win, especially if it's against them damn Dirty Birds. There ain't nothing that beats it.
Facts.
I'm telling you, you haven't experienced New Orleans Saints football unless you have walked down that tunnel from the high deck, man. The high deck is, look, the lower seats are probably nice. I ain't never sat low. I ain't got money like that. I'll be sitting up there in the nosebleeds. All right, I gotta bring tissues with me, all right, in case my nose start running. But that walk down in those winding tunnels and just hearing the "Who Dat" chant echoing throughout. There ain't nothing like it. Then you walk on out of the stadium, out on the backside by the post office, and you go underneath the little tunnel bridge with the cars, and the "Who Dat" chant is echoing. They got vendors outside chucking beers at you. And people are drinking, having some fun. I'm telling you, they ain't nothing beat that, man. It's one of the best experiences in the world in my eyes.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I got Andre said, I feel like Rajon Wright should be DE starter over Cam Jordan and Stutzman over DeMario. Do you feel that Cam and DeMario need to be moved to the bench too? Hell no. And also those are very Rajon, unless you're thinking of somebody else, Rajon Wright isn't a defensive end. Andre, Rajon Wright is a cornerback.
Right.
He is the one who replaced. He's the one who replaced. Hold on one second. Hold on.
Everybody in the chat, what y'all think the Saints record gonna be? Put it in the chat. Boy, Zach doing his thing right now. Put the Saints record in the chat right now. What's up, Scholar? Got my boy Trey 10-7. Okay. 10-7. My boy Andre said 10-7. Okay. 10-7. I respect that.
All right, sorry about that. Someone, Scholar, dog sitting right now, and she heard someone was like banging on a fence or something out by her house, or out by the house she's at the other day or earlier today, like an hour ago. And then now someone's like shining lights at the house or something like that. She's calling me. She's like an hour away. I'm like, call the fucking cops.
Oh wow.
So if I end up having to, well, we're almost done here anyway. But ain't
no problem, bro. Like when you doing your thing, I was asking the chat what the Saints record gonna be. They responded, bro.
All right, I like it. Trey said 10-7, 10-7. I like 10-7, man. But what's that? 11-6, 12-5. I like that, man.
They're responding, bro.
I like that. Hey, that's the beauty of it, right? See, Brandon will do better in the draft than Sanders did. I mean, we all know why that likely happens, but I mean, if he keeps playing like this, then it shouldn't happen that way. By the way, how does Ohio State win and Tennessee loses and they still have OSU at 3 and Tennessee at 1? Is that what the rankings are? Wait, is that
Ohio
the
State number 1? Ohio State number 1.
Ohio State has to be 1, right?
Yeah, they're number 1. Yeah.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Tennessee ain't even in the top 10. What are you talking about, Brisky?
Yeah, Tennessee. Because if anything, LSU is number 3, my boy.
Yeah. We bumped up. I was surprised we jumped up to number 3. I thought we'd go up to like 4 or 5. But yeah, I'll take 3. I didn't think they were going to drop Texas as far back as they did. I think you meant Texas is number 1. I think you weren't seeing an updated thing. Said, think about it though. The guys he's facing Ohio State, those are guys he will face at the pro level. Oh yeah, no, for sure, man. It was a tough first. It was a tough first game for Arch. I mean, everybody's giving him like mad shit for it. The only thing that made me mad, or the only thing that upset me about his play, was that they did simplify the offensive lot, and a lot of the issues that he had, it wasn't finding the receivers. It was just bad passes, man. Like behind. Balls were coming out late. He was throwing the balls behind the players, too high. That's why they didn't do anything over the middle, because they were scared of interceptions happening. So he'll adjust, man.
Right. Absolutely.
What up, Vernon? So I'm just worried about Brandon Cooks, if we should replace him with Vele. I think I was on the fence of like, I think we should just have ate the $7 million. But Brandon Cooks was named captain, so maybe it was a thing where he was just taking reps off during preseason, which a lot of vets do. But I have my concerns with Brandon Cooks, man. I really like Vele, and I hope we give Vele the usage that that I believe he should get. Like I think he should be getting at least four to 5 targets a game.
Absolutely. 6'5", especially to your point, Zach. Especially if we getting the red zone, 6'5", yeah, definitely got to use that body, got to use that frame. I totally agree with you, Zach.
I mean, I've talked about this a bunch. I think I've talked about this in every stream we've done so far here, but he's one of the pickups where I know we paid a lot for him, and I think maybe even still a little bit much, but the reason why we did so is because he is the type of wide receiver that we're missing, the build that we're missing on this offense. And I think he is like the perfect thing for the second and longs to, the third and longs to go ahead and get those chunk yardage, big body, and also red zone. Like, I think it's exactly what we needed. That's because the season didn't wrap up yet, Brisky, because they still had games today. Or I'm sorry, not today, but yet they still had games yesterday. I do think
Right.
Texas, Tennessee, the same thing. Yeah, you're right. It's the same thing. But all right, guys, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. Like I've said a handful of times, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the like button. And I will we'll have a live stream tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be over here on this channel. We're going to have all the details worked out tomorrow morning. But we're doing 2 big Saints panel streams. We're doing one that we've been invited to, which is supposed to be having some guests that we've never spoke with, me and Dolph. So that should be pretty exciting. I think that's going to be happening at 7 p.m. U.S. Central Time. So stay on lookout. I'll put a community post out when we're going live and what channel we'll be live for that. And then to follow that stream, I'll be live with Hoodie Jube and the Houdat Josen channel to debate and discuss about this upcoming matchup. So we hope to see y'all there. And if not, I'll catch y'all on Sunday. Saints Cardinals. And
Go.
all right. Well, that's it for me, guys. Who dat?
Who that, baby? Let's go.
Yes, sir. Peace out, guys.